had a
right, there
little
you
fun
go.
in
Cut
life.
over. Is that working? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Ta-da!
What was that, Nightmare? Let's see. We did a Thursday show. We had to reschedule. And
I
then,
feel like we've had, oh, yeah. Vito
Yeah.
needs super chats, everybody.
Vito needs
He's got
super
a-
chats because on the way over, his car exploded and had to pull over to some. I had to
Yeah, I
have
think-
some teenager help me put. What's with the gas? They have like full service
Preteen
gas
or
stations
teenager?
around here. He was like a young adult. I don't
You don't know?
But I was like, you
What
guys
age
got.
do you think he was? You think he was
I would say
consent age or?
like 19, maybe. it
Oh,
looked
okay,
like.
legal, yeah.
But my car, I'm just driving, and then all of a sudden my car goes, and I'm off. And I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, what the fuck? This is not good. I'm like waiting at the light, and my car just turns off, so I turn it back on, and then I check the.
That usually works.
Yeah, well, what do you call it? But then I looked at the heat, and it's like, oh, this thing's overheating like a motherfucker.
no.
And I'm like, oh, god damn it.
Put some water in.
Well, that's why I managed to pull over to the gas station and have the guy put some coolant in there, but I don't think it helped.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you say to him?
So can you?
Hey, get out there and put some coolant in my car.
No, I actually tried to buy coolant, and then he's like, well, I mean, I can like top you off for $10. And I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. And he
was
said, I
hitting
don't
on
have a
you.
funnel.
Yeah.
I kind of felt, I will say, I had that moment where I felt like you know, when you're like
Like a lady.
you've been on Earth for a while and you know, like some dumb little tricks that maybe a young person might not know and have never thought of.
Okay, like what?
Well, because you went, I don't have a funnel.
Don't pay your taxes.
Don't pay your taxes.
Yeah,
is
that's a
one.
good
Don't
one.
go to college is another
Yeah.
one. He said,
Life hacks.
I don't have a funnel. And I said, you have a couple pieces of paper? And he said, yeah. And he went inside and he got like a couple pieces of paper.
Okay.
And I, made him into a cone and I jammed it in there and I went, pour. And I could tell he was like, oh, hey, I never thought that that's a thing I could do. But now in the future.
You're pouring coolant into your engine in a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Oh.
The paper's
How
usually.
did you fold it?
You gotta have a stack. You gotta have like 3 or 5, like 5 pieces of paper. But you just
did that and you said pour it.
What do you just make a piece of paper into a funnel?
Oh, I got one of those. I went to a gas station. Somebody ran out of gas.
There you go.
Somebody ran out of gas, and I took him to the gas station. They're like, I don't have a gas can though. And I said, don't you worry. And we got a water jug.
Yeah.
And dumped it out and then put it in there.
That's
perfect.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, I could tell he was kind of like impressed. He's like, yes, I never thought to do that. And now if I'm ever in need of a funnel, I'll grab some paper.
Got it, funnel man.
Anyway, so that's why the show's late, because I had to drive my car home and take a $40 Uber over here. So
You could have just said no. And now we're in the whole $40.
I'm not gonna not do the show for $40. That's kind
We're
of
in the
a
whole
shitty thing.
$200.
Well, the worst part is it's $40 to get over here. Then I don't know. It's gonna be another $40 to get home.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad.
So I'm $80 in the hole doing this show.
Oh. You should have driven your car over with the coolant.
I don't know, man. I'm one of those guys where, like, if I'm driving a car around that I know's got problems, I'm like way too on edge. I'm like, oh God, it's gonna explode. I'm gonna get stuck on the highway or something stupid. I've gotten stuck on the highway before, and that's the worst when your car just stops running. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take it home, take an Uber over.
All right, good luck
Get
with
your
that.
super chats in.
I don't know what.
And it's a Thursday show, so no one's watching.
I
so
wish
I'm not
there
even
was a
getting
way
any super chats. No one's watching
Yeah.
this even episode.
I wish there was a way to get you home that wasn't an Uber, but
Yeah,
I'm
well, what
afraid
can you do?
that's just not
Oh well,
possible.
unfortunately, it's the only possible way.
It's too bad.
Yeah, too bad. Oh well. Biggest problem in the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe, the only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from commie sneaks to Jesus freaks. Is that a problem?
Well, we did a Jesus bonus episode.
Joseph, you
might be
blew it.
referencing the bonus episode.
Sir Trolls a lot says, from Eric July's shitty magazine to You Haven't Even Been. Is that? Did we do Eric July's magazine?
That's too many syllables.
Kinda. You haven't even been.
From Eric July's. No,
Shitty.
from Eric's magazine.
Yeah. To you
You
haven't,
haven't even been would be a more equal a number.
That's a good one. I'm your host, Nick Mashus, and joining me, Carlos.
It's Carlos Vito. And I just had my car fixed like 2 weeks ago, so I don't know if they made it worse or what.
Oh, man.
That's
the
the
money
worst.
pit should be a problem.
The
That's a
money
big
pit-
problem.
The money pit, and also did the mechanic make it worse question, where I'm like, It didn't have this specific problem before. It had a different problem.
Because they started dicking
you were
around
under there.
in there.
Did you start just scraping at stuff, stabbing at stuff?
Why don't you get a new car and like deck yourself out like Super Killer year?
Maybe when the Super Killer 2 campaign is a smash hit. With all my beloved backers. No, I love my Honda Element though, and they don't make the Element anymore.
Just get another car.
No, because no car compares.
Get a little Toyota Tundra.
I specifically don't want a little thing. I need a giant box that when in the middle of the night I go, I'm going to drive to a guy's house to pick up a PlayStation 1 kiosk. I know that my vehicle can handle it.
Get a minivan. Get an Astro van.
Yeah, but those are like those? I always wanted a, I guess you would call it like a camper van, right?
Oh, no. Don't say that.
Just like the idea of your van having a bed in the back, like you just pull over and take a nap. Sometimes I just watch.
I just got a horrible view into your future.
Dude, absolutely. If I run out of money, I'll live out of. The only reason I don't
They're
live
expensive though.
Yeah, well, the only reason I don't.
You need to plan to be broke before you run out of money to get a
Yeah.
Sprinter van or something.
Well, the only reason I don't live out of a Sprinter van is it would be unfair to my cats. I don't think they want to live in a Sprinter van. But
Get them their own little van.
other than that, sometimes I get TikToks that are like, "Hey, look at this RV." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Oh yeah,
Man, the RVs are getting nuts.
I've been there. Dark times.
What do you mean dark times?
I'm on Instagram looking at RVs.
Looking at RVs?
RV life.
You're gonna have a family. You're gonna be RVing.
No, I have a house. I don't live
You
in an
go
RV.
to the desert or whatever else. I mean, what's going to happen now? Are you even going to be a Burning Man guy? Do you see children at Burning Man?
They have a whole division
Kids
of the clock
camp?
that's kids camp, and
Yeah.
those fuckers are having a blast. They're having more fun than me. I hate going to kids camp because they're having so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it
makes me feel like
running
a
around the
piece of shit.
desert and building weird hippie.
Well, because everything's like arts and crafts all over. Fat
Yeah.
people being naked. It's a paradise.
So I guess so, but then there's like just
Drunk people to fuck with. Like, hey, asshole! Boom! What are you gonna do?
That is pretty interesting.
Take that guy's bike. Fuck him.
Are there any good like Burning Man documentaries? It feels like
No, because everyone who talks about it and
Yeah.
goes
It's a-
becomes such an annoying and obnoxious prick talking about
what they
it's
experienced.
religion.
Yeah.
It's not even possible for a person to speak about it without doing
being
that.
obnoxious and pretentious.
Yeah.
I saw a guy on a bicycle made of light, and it
And
really,
it really made
opened
me
up.
think about bikes.
I just keep thinking about that guy who ran into the Burning Man, and you're like, no, that guy was having a real
I'm
good
so
time.
sad I missed that year.
You
I would've-
weren't there for the year a guy self-immolated in the Burning Man?
No, and every year my favorite part is watching them try because
Yeah.
guys do it every year.
Every year guys try to get in there?
Oh yeah, they try to run at it, and then they got guys like the Rangers. It's like a
I was
going to
say, is there like a guy whose job it is to stop
many
people
of them.
from burning?
They've got two different. It's like a game of over the line, and they're all spread out. So I'm like, here we
Red
go,
Rover,
baby.
Red Rover,
You can feel
suicidal drunk man come
it.
over.
You can feel the crazy, and then they're like meerkats. They're like, oh, sticking out. I'm like, ooh, that guy's thinking about it. That guy's thinking about it. And then they go. I'm like, here we go. And they'll like, move and spin around.
Juke
It's like
and
he's got it. He's
spin.
going. Oh, then wham!
Go! So that one guy made it.
Sacked at 10 meters. That's a bummer.
Was there any fallout from that? Did they have to like add more guys to
Everybody
catch guys?
in his life was so happy.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're like that
thank
guy
God
was
that guy's-
so fucking annoying. Always coming back talking about Burning Man. It was
Hey,
so
when are you guys
annoying.
going to set a thing on fire? Is there going to be a fire? I hope there's going to be a fire later.
Right here, I'm just gonna start a little fire. I'm gonna start a mini fire. Ramp up to the big one.
Oh, it sounds like quite an event.
It's just the same guy though.
It's just the same guy.
Yeah,
over and over.
he's that guy is at every festival diving into the fire.
Waiting for the
oh
fire.
man, we were at the last festival we were at.
Yeah.
Probably the one where my wife got pregnant.
Hopefully by you. But who knows? There's so many burning men. Yeah.
There was a guy that he was a real asshole, and he tried to light himself on fire. He had a carpet on him, and I saw him tweaking out in the middle of the dance floor, and he
What
had
the
like
fuck?
a piece of carpet on him, and if that thing catches, you're fucking dead.
Oh.
So he's laying it out, and he started catching on fire, and I was like, oh, baby, here we go. Here we fucking go, dude.
Did you nudge her where you're like, that guy's
No, because
you were worried she'd say something.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
There's no one that could share this with. This is
your private.
maybe my son.
That guy's
one day
gonna
we're like, check
set-
it out. He's gonna set himself on fire and be like, shh, can't tell mom.
Don't tell mom.
And then
She'll try to
a
stop
ranger this fucking ranger saw him
from
from
across
out of
the
nowhere,
room.
and she comes booking in or
No!
walkie-talkie. I'm like, no. Got him. They were stamping on him, and they were like being all careful. I'm like, don't use your hands, kick him.
Well, I'm sorry you were denied the ability to watch a man set himself. Honestly, it would have been a story.
Oh, it would have felt so good.
You could have took some,
That would have kept me going for like
mental
10 years,
snapshots of that.
Okay, we got the...
What did we do? We got a bonus
last
episode up, guys. Biggest Problem in Jesus, now available at patreon.com/biggest-problem.
Hackamania. Get your tickets with promo code BIGGEST.
Is 3 weeks away. We'll be in Vegas. Saw news that the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace might be shutting down permanently, so this might be my last true Vegas trip.
You'll have a new car then.
I'll have a new car and a new life.
Okay, so use promo code
Biggest.
Man, I've been watching Patrick Melton cover the toe. I'm hooked on the toe.
You're going deep into the toe lore. I've noticed.
I'm checking my YouTube. I'm craving Nobody Likes Onions toe coverage popping up.
Who's this new guy that Toe's been? He's got like a new co-host, or
I don't know. He's got a new sign. Maybe that's
sign. I saw the
new
sign
as
was
the
a new
co-host.
thing.
But I need the NLO coverage. I need it. I'm fiending for it. Now he's out of town or something and I'm like, oh, and he's got that stupid 24-hour thing that you did, which I fucking hate.
That could have worked if we'd done it.
I hate it. I hate that he has
cut it off early.
It pisses me off.
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
That pisses me off.
Okay.
Aaron
You had to be
Holt.
there, Fallacy 1.
That's a good one. That I did try to watch that video after our show, and I said, "Oh my god, it really is just insufferable." That guy,
Such a douchebag.
I was shocked by like. Okay, here's the idea: if you're going on a fun comedy podcast, you want people to be receptive to your ideas. First 30 minutes is like, "Hey,
guys,
I'm a fun guy.
I'm just
like
you.
having fun. I'm just like you."
How about fat
and then
chicks,
you can
right?
and then you can get into the liberal douchebaggery.
All I'm saying is maybe if you're going to comment so much on something, you got to go. That's just me. You're not like, oh, you haven't even been there. Oh, my goodness gracious.
As a liberal douchebag who successfully snuck my way into a number of conservative circles, you got to be fun at the front, and then you hammer them with the gay stuff.
You got to mullet them.
Yeah, exactly.
Reverse mullet.
And you got to
that's not
sneak
funny.
in.
Communist propaganda.
Should have been higher.
Men and their legacies, and then
I'm getting a lot of guys be like,
no.
"No, Vito, China really is great." And I'm like, "Look, I'm sure they got nice stuff, but
You're arguing with bots."
Yeah.
That's what you're talking to, a Chinese bot.
I think it's pretty obvious that the government is paying him to look at this cell phone folds out. Our cars fly.
They don't have nice stuff. It's a shithole.
And
Like, look at
anything
their-
they have that's nice was stolen from us.
That's our money.
Yeah.
But you better have my money. They have what did we say the home ownership was there? Like everybody has 2 houses,
Right.
Because they have to buy them,
Or they'll get shot.
or they'll get shot, and the government just keeps making more.
Dude, but I'm seeing videos from Westerners who move there, and they're like, check it out. I got this room at the top of a skyscraper. It's $500 a month or whatever. And he goes, and there's only 4 of us living in the building. And I'm like,
Sounds
kinda,
horrible.
I don't know, man. You and your buddies.
And the other 3 are Indian.
Yeah. And he's looking
Wow.
out over like 20 other skyscrapers. He's like,
Exactly
all
the
those are
same.
empty. There's like maybe 2 white guys living at the top of them.
That's why I don't get that. That's okay. Not to get political, but that's why I don't understand the tariffs thing, because it's like, well, America's deal is like we can kind of react to things and like find the best way to do things in the
Sure.
chaos.
Yeah.
China's building ghost towns that are 70 stories high. That's a stupid way to do anything. They're obviously going to lose.
Yeah.
Like it's one guy at the top. If he fucks up, the whole thing's done. We got like thousands of guys.
Yeah, but China's
up.
got all the slaves. Like, that's the thing. Back when America was on top, okay? Back in the...
You know what? Those slaves will bite them in the ass. Let me just tell you.
They will! 200 years from now, they're going to go, man, I wish we didn't have all those slaves.
We should have killed these guys when we could have. Fuck. Now they got cell phones.
But right now, it is like, the burgeoning cotton industry or whatever, where it's
No, you made it too...
I'm just saying.
You called it out. This isn't improv.
I remember there was a certain point in time where everybody's looking at America and they're like, well, I wish we, slavery is obviously bad, but I wish we had some.
Let's send them all to the South.
Yeah.
Great idea. Fuck the South.
Yeah.
How are we gonna do it? Let's just make it illegal, and then we'll.
There's a lot going on.
All right.
What was that? All the problems?
Yeah. Writing checks was at the bottom. Abba Zabbis is a debate show with a pain mechanism would be amazing. Something that shocks your balls. Okay, Zach,
Hilarious.
I would like to list. Oh no, that's a mean thing. Napoleon Pershing Cornelius Douglas Murray rose to prominence in right-wing circles with the publication of The Strange Death of Europe. Okay, I don't care about that. Pineapple Man, I got friction burns on my forehead from tipping my fedora listening to the religion episode.
The religion episode is very fun and is not.
It's not at all
fedora
bullshit.
Tipping.
Not at all. It's just Vito talking about going to Bible camp.
Going to Bible camp.
So honestly,
my dad's experience of going to hell for some reason, and also the idea that the Bible never delivered on the myrrh established in Act 1, which I thought was very important.
Chekhov's myrrh.
Chekhov's myrrh.
It should be in Revelation at least.
And then God Jesus comes back.
I
hope the myrrh and the frankincense comes full circle.
Feisty Penguin, holy crap, I think it's the first time I've seen Vito hatless. It's like seeing someone without a beard for the first time. Put it back on, maybe with your minoxidil stuff.
Hatless. It's coming. It's coming.
Something about Trump. Mike A says Vito no layoffs since Trump. We've actually hired. Wow, so.
What do you mean no layoffs? At his
layoffs
business?
At his business.
Oh, congratulations.
A bunch of other.
I love anecdotal evidence.
You were happy.
That's my favorite kind of evidence.
Were you there at his company?
Were you there? You know?
Were you there?
You ever meet the guy?
Justin Dreyer, how isn't Super Killer finished yet? Lol.
Well, what can you do?
Is it closer?
It is close. Yeah.
Hipster Banana. The Douglas Murray clip is insufferable. Yeah. Banana Stand. I didn't pre-order. I'm not going to buy it when it comes out. I have zero interest in Vito's comic, and I'm so exhausted waiting for his comic to come out. I can't imagine how people who paid for it feel at this point.
I feel great. I keep getting messages of support. I can't wait until I disappoint those people finally.
Christendorfer, Vito will hang on to that box of common throwaway magic cards forever. It'll take up space and never be worth anything. Great job, whoever sent that in. I've got a real terrific Vito's Booty for you today.
Oh, I hope it's more common magic cards. There was a Presence of Gond in there. That's a good card.
Enormous King Crab.
Like nickel,
I don't know why there's so many Super Killer
nickel.
comments this week. So many Super Killer is 100% done, but you need more artists and a new colorist and a guy to manage the artists and colorists and some Chinese people to do something too. Super Killer coming to you 2027. That's not true.
It's looking pretty good. We've been going over it on stream. Come by my stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The problem is I don't want to spoil it because like every page, the pages have spoilers
it's so good.
on them. Well, I don't want to show you guys what happens. You want to read the whole thing through. People die, new loves are established.
But the main guy wins. I mean, what's the spoil?
Well, what does he win, though? What does a win look like?
Just like winning.
Yeah, he's the big winner.
Yeah, you got to mess up and then
I will say I did
stuff.
update the merch store, guys. The Vito plush is now available from Killdozer.industries.
When does it go on sale?
It's on sale now.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Not a moment too soon. LTG, Vito's dad falling asleep in the Domino's freezer.
No, don't spoil it. You got to listen to the episode.
Okay.
Biggest problem in Jesus. I told a great story. I do kind of want to. I'll have to read that comment later.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
I just brought it in.
It is. Well, it's always funny when people hear my dad's stories are kind of bizarre.
It's really underselling.
He was a wacky guy.
Xeroxy's biggest problem is having the touchscreen end your call before you made your statement. You get going on a good rant, and you want to end it with a big hang-up, and the damn phone call ends midway. Can't call back. The wind is out of the sails. I think you're getting hung up on because you're boring everyone with your amazing rant.
Oh, no, I must have touched the touch screen.
When has that happened, where you accidentally hang up a call with your face?
I don't do that ever.
I've never done that.
No. I think they have specific detection built in to be like, don't. That's clearly his face because no finger is half the phone.
Yeah, that's like, don't you have a beard? What are you, gay?
Yeah.
You've got a nice baby bottom on your face
I don't
there?
know what you're doing there.
Xeroxes? Okay, well, last problem. Biggest problem in the universe is competency test for voting, or the lack thereof. I think we did this on a bonus.
That's literally already a problem.
It was a bonus episode. All of this, you could get all of these desires
I said
satisfied.
the Voting Rights Act of 1957 or something is the problem.
Yeah, Vito's being very racist.
They got rid of
on that
competency
episode.
tests for voting.
Very,
not
very
racist. Anybody can pass the test.
Okay, I have a. Before you do your vote it up, I have a bit.
I think I already know what the bit is.
Here's the bit, though.
Okay.
I didn't have time to get a jingle music, so
Great.
here's the one that a royalty-free jingle music off of Google. We're a super killer.
All right, I don't want to. Come on with this.
Okay.
I was just in the Discord for some reason. I see you and you're like, hey, I got a great idea for a bit.
Okay, you ready?
Are
you ready for this bit? Let me see if I got it. Super Killer. Okay. Now we're all waiting for Super Killer. It should be out any week now. All the L's are getting dotted.
All the L's are getting dotted.
And the Z's are getting crossed. At any moment, it could pop.
Next couple weeks, I think.
You better hurry. My baby's got like 11 weeks to go.
I think we'll tie the baby. Well, we'll be out before that.
Okay, so this is the bit. It's see if Vito can guess when he said this statement about Super Killer. Okay, are you ready? You got to guess.
Okay. Possibly can.
I think he's imitating you here. Here's another idea I'll never have the drive to produce. Don't mind the many other ideas I have yet to bring to fruition after years of support and interest. Aw, shucks, guys. I'm just a sad, lazy collector of consumable bullshit. I don't know if that was...
What ideas I not brought to fruition?
Well, Super Killer.
Super Killer is coming to fruition. It is happening. You can't say
it has not happened though.
Yeah, sure.
That's the issue.
Okay, so maybe sometimes projects take me longer than the average bear. I don't know.
Okay, Vito. What episode or time did you say that?
I'm gonna say episode.
How long ago?
Well, let's say
if you get it within. If you get the right month, then you get a hint about the Vito's booty.
Wait, within a month? I got to guess down to the month?
You got to get the right month. Yeah.
Let's see. What was I wearing? Let me see. Based on what I was wearing, I'm going to say it was a...
month and year, obviously. Not just month.
I'm going to say November.
Okay.
2022.
2022. That's incorrect.
Wait. That's way too far back. 2023, I meant.
You're thinking in the right direction, though.
Yeah.
Lemon Saki said March 9th, 2024. Is that right?
Oh, it's not that bad.
March 9th.
I'll take
2024. But then he said episode 31. That can't be right.
It's not episode. It's definitely not episode 31. I wasn't even working on it by episode. Did he mean episode 131?
Maybe he did mean 131.
I've been working on it for the whole history of the fucking show, okay?
Have you?
No!
Have you?
No!
Okay, and that doesn't work either, so.
Episode 31 was a while ago.
Well, that's
excellent bit.
You lost.
Nailed it.
You didn't guess it right. Even if I didn't know the answer, you're not right.
If I don't know the answer, I'm wrong.
I know that yours is wrong.
Wow. Really put a lot of... I love the bits on the
We're
show.
a super killer. That's the bit.
Come on by my streams. You guys can see all the progress we've been making. It looks good.
Thank you, Levin.
Right. Well, I have another bit, Dick, and it's another throwback to past problems. I like to call it Vote It Up.
You're the biggest problem not showing vote, or Vito's gonna show up at your house, eat all your food, kick your dog, and drive your fucking family into the goddamn sea.
Right.
You think this is a fucking game?
Oh my
You think you're safe? Every vote you don't cast is another nail in Grandma's coffin, pal.
That's
Biggest
great.
problem dot show. Vote like your miserable little bloodline depends on it, because it fucking does.
Oh, yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vote It Up.
That was perfect.
That was pretty good.
That was perfect.
That was pretty good.
All right.
Exciting segment where we take a look at past problems and put them in a new light. Dick, from episode number 53, this must have been one of yours, the problem of the homeless.
Oh, man, they're getting worse.
They're getting worse. Well, they are getting worse fantastically.
Try to get rid of them.
As a new report has found that the unhoused, as we apparently have to call them, which how is that different from homeless?
Do the homeless care about being called homeless?
Why would homeless be offensive without a home? Unhoused means the exact same thing.
Because people get too used to saying fucking and then
fucking
the word,
homeless.
and then they got to change the word.
It is,
That's how all slurs have gotten changed.
It is harder to say fucking unhoused.
Fucking unhoused. But I'll get used to it.
There.
Yeah. It's fucking unhoused.
Hey, why don't you get unhoused, you fucking Anyway, according to the LA Fire Department, the unhoused currently account for nearly 1/3 of all fire-related calls. So of all the fires,
Yeah.
the homeless, the unhoused are responsible for 1/3 of them. This may be in part due to the fact that from 2018 to 2024, the unhoused population in Los Angeles has grown.
A third of fire calls are homeless
Yes.
calls?
You kind of think it would be more, actually, but there's no like real fires going on. It's just homeless guys lighting fires because they're bored. And fire's cool. That's what Burning Man, the only reason Burning Man, it's like when rich people want to light fires, they get a desert to do it in. They build stuff. Yeah. Homeless guys just got to light whatever they got on fire.
Yeah, well.
Fire is cool.
Yeah.
I got one of those torch lighters, those ones that got like the little torch that comes out of it?
Yeah.
And I just use it on stuff sometimes just to watch it.
You got problems. Now you're talking about living in an RV playing with torches?
Living in an RV playing with torches.
You're going to be one of these guys.
The unhoused population
Except
in Los
instead
Angeles,
of a meth lab, you've got like
you just got a bunch of fire.
3D printer explosion, a
Well,
Funko
like the
Pop
other day,
lab.
I ordered a sandwich, and the sandwich came, and I ordered a mozzarella on the sandwich, right?
Okay.
And I expected, if you order mozzarella on a sandwich, like fresh mozzarella, right?
Sure.
Right. So I get the sandwich, and it's cold shredded mozzarella that is not melted at all. And I'm like,
what kind of sandwich was it?
Oh my God. It was a roast beef sandwich.
What? A cold roast beef sandwich?
Yeah, that was also
No, they
weird.
messed up. Somebody messed up.
They messed up. But then I was like, well, I got this torch over here. So I opened the sandwich up, and I'm like, fuck, this is fun. I greatly enjoyed my sandwich.
Okay.
And if I was a homeless guy, I'd probably be lighting all sorts of food on fire.
Burn the freeway
the unhoused population in LA has grown from 44.6% from 31,285 to 45,252 individuals.
In LA?
Currently 45,000 unhoused individuals in Los Angeles.
Bro, we got to get rid of these motherfuckers.
Fire calls involving homeless persons during that same period accounted for 32.9%, or nearly 1/3 of all LA Fire Department fire activity. Now, the LA Fire Department has said that typically, in the past, the most common call, Dick, for some reason, was sick and breathing difficulty. So if somebody's sick, you call the fire. I think any call, I guess. You call the fire department if someone's sick, or maybe I don't know.
Who else are you gonna call?
Breathing difficulty, I guess. You call the cops. You go, he's having trouble breathing. Can you send fucking paramedics over to take a look?
Can you send one of those robot dogs over to kill him?
Yeah.
Please?
Can you come shoot him in the head? But rubbish fires are now the most dispatched call type.
Oh,
in
that wasn't just for the
2024.
homeless. That's for trouble breathing.
I think everybody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
there's a lot of old people, man.
Yeah,
you
old
can't
people
drive to the hospital.
Yeah, you just call them up. But now, again, the phone lines are tied up because it's, hey, a homeless guy is lighting someone on fire. Hey, a homeless guy is lighting someone on fire. It's now the #1 call they're getting. Rubbish fires with a 475% increase in calls. In 2014, you only saw 5,000 of those calls. Now 30,000 a year. Hey, a homeless guy is lighting something on fire.
You got to make it just legal to shoot them.
I guess. Why not? I mean, it is kind of crazy that.
How is that not just murder?
Also,
that's attempted murder, bro. I had to do. He put me in a self-defense situation.
Yeah. Did their fascination
We got to send the
fire
black guys
grow?
in and say, hey, that homeless guy starting fire just called you the N-word, dude.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. Let me get my knife. Stab.
That situation's going very well. I don't know what's going on there.
All I want is that beautiful white boy broadcast to all the white women all day. Show them who got stabbed.
Show them what's going on. Well, guys, the homeless currently number 53. Oh, no, this was from episode 80. So currently number 53 on the board.
Voted up.
Another one, Dick. This was the problem of reparation retardation from episode 82.
Okay.
The idea that a past event has happened and the government now has to give people money to get over it.
Yeah.
Well, on Tuesday, Trump appeared on Newsmax, where he and Greg Kelly discussed the idea of reparations for the Jan 6 rioters.
Yeah, that's great. Great idea. They deserve it, though.
Greg Kelly asks, is there any talk of a compensation fund? Because these rioters, of course, lost opportunity and income as a result of their actions.
And it's humiliating.
Well,
They
there
deserve
you
a
go.
little bit more money.
And Trump said, well, we're going to talk about it. A lot of the people I think these people were patriots as far as I was concerned, and they were treated very unfairly.
Very unfair.
So it's very possible we could see a Jan 6 compensation fund.
All right.
Or if you were unduly jailed and lost income,
come on,
maybe some reparations are coming your way.
Nice.
Finally.
How much? How much price could you put on patriotism?
Exactly. That's the worst
$10
part
million
is they were fighting for America, right?
Yeah.
Well, they had to go in and
$10 million
break all
a
those
pop,
windows and
those windows
punch those cops.
We own those windows.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I mean, he's also talking about he wants to reopen the Ashley Babbitt. He wants to look into that.
You got to hang that guy that killed her.
Did they give a pardon? I think they gave a pardon to the cop that killed Ashley Babbitt. I think he got one
but can't Trump just drone strike anyone he wants? I thought the Supreme Court said that the president could do that, including citizens. So, pardon
That's
this.
a really good point.
Pardon these nuts.
Can't Trump just walk over to that guy and shoot him in the head and go,
"Yeah, fuck you.
I'm the president. What do you want?" So
that'd be great.
Your preemptive pardon, sadly, did not. He can bring Fauci on stage and just like feed him to the dogs. You guys would love that.
And he could give Mel Gibson to do it.
Yeah.
Diplomatic immunity revoked. Pardon revoked.
I'm not gonna lie. If Trump killed a guy, it would be pretty funny.
It would be awesome.
Maybe just a really bad guy. We should get in we should capture a terrorist guy. And Trump,
terrorists might win.
Terrorists might win.
Terrorists might take the gun away from him and shoot him.
No. You gotta have him locked up or something. I'm just saying it would be a big move for America if I got to watch Trump kill a guy on TV.
If he said, "Hey Vance, write this down. I'm pardoning myself." For what, Mr. Trump?
For what, Mr. Trump?
For this. But Vance would mess it up. He would try to make some fucking joke.
Yeah, Vance would make
for
a
what?
goof.
For what, Trump? Rosie O'Donnell's
butthole?
The butthole would be like, God, fucking damn, dude, you suck.
Or Trump would kill him, and then J.D. Vance would try to make a quip. He'd go, "That's a spicy meatball." And you go, "What the fuck are you doing, man?
Shut up.
Don't ruin the
moment.
moment.
Shut up, you idiot. Shut the fuck up."
Why is he fighting on Twitter with fucking Jesse Singal? Good
That's
old
great.
J.D. Vance.
Open to the politicians.
He's open to the people.
Responding to the people.
You're an idiot.
You're gay. And if you are gay, then you're straight.
I do want more politicians arguing on Twitter now that I think about it. Anyway, guys, the problem of reparation retardation is Dick is telling us clearly not a problem because sometimes
not
reparations
for my
are good. Not for your guys.
Just for black people.
Currently, well, I was gonna say, did any black people get caught? Was Ricky Tario technically black?
Ricky Tario?
Yeah,
no, he's Puerto Rican
Mexican,
or something.
Puerto Rican. Well, guys, reparation retardation currently number 193. Don't forget to vote it up. Speaking of the Proud
problem
Boys,
not show and vote, or Vito's gonna show up at your house, eat all your food, kick your dog, and drive your fucking family into the goddamn sea. You think this is a fucking game? You think you're safe? Every vote you don't cast is another nail in Grandma's coffin, pal. Biggest problem dot show. Vote like your miserable little bloodline depends on it, because it fucking does.
Welcome to the sickness.
Cool.
I was going to say, speaking of the Proud Boys, Josh Denny's comedy event is this weekend? I don't know.
That got canceled, though, didn't it?
I think they found a new venue. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens.
Because The End canceled it?
The End apparently canceled. They got a...
You got to go review bomb the shit out of that restaurant,
No,
The End.
I don't think that's
I was raped
necessary.
there. I got raped there, not joking.
It does suck that it was going to be The End.
2 or 3 stars, believable. Don't throw any culture war shit in there, but stuff like the order was bad and they messed up stuff. The new ownership is stuff that is not detectable as bombing.
I think the problem is that they sold The End to new owners, and the new owners are like, "Can you guys not do this?" And
yeah,
it sucks.
Do we know if the new owners are rapists or?
I don't.
If they're
know.
into lolly or anything,
know.
I don't. I'm asking questions.
All I know is that the event will not be at The End because sadly, comedy has lost yet again to crybabies who went, "There's going to be a Nazi rally."
The Maniac got canceled too. Did you see that comic? The Maniac.
What the fuck?
This bitch ass
Niobe or whatever.
I don't know. Some guy who draws creepy comics got pissed off at them.
They made a joke about him in the comic because obviously parody, literally when you look at the history of parody, half the law is political cartooning is clearly legal.
They drew their Maniac character. Corgan drew their Maniac character with a billy club beating the Golden Patriot and some like Harley Quinn ripoff that this retard Larry Nairobi made, and then Larry Nairobi got a stick in his penis and started crying.
He reported them to Indiegogo
and
got it taken down the whole campaign, which is a huge kick in the dick. That really sucks. I hope they can get it back up. I actually got an email from Indiegogo recently, and they said, hey, when are you doing Super Killer 2? Because we want some of that money. And I was like, I don't know, man. You guys never talked to me when I had the thing running. What's going on over there?
There's not going to be any money.
Yeah.
You got to tell them that.
Yeah, don't worry. That one's going to fail.
Get down to brass tacks with them. Don't lead them on.
It's funny. That guy was in EVS's chat, and he went, well, here's the thing is, they didn't label it as parody. And I went, oh, he's retarded.
Man, a lot of these comic guys are like, they're
when you buy a pack of Garbage Pail Kids, right on the pack it says, by the way, this is parody. I just want everybody to know it's parody. Like, we get it.
Nah, he knows. He's just a piece of shit.
Don't take people's campaigns
He knows
down.
It's just they're smaller than me. I'm going to drill them. I'm going to hurt them.
Grow a fucking spine, people. Anyway, if the Maniac resurfaces, we'll let you know. Maybe it already has it. Hopefully Indiegogo brings it back.
Look at Funds My Comics.
Fund My Comic. It might be up there.
The Maniac. Okay, here's my problem is men with daddy issues. Or I don't know if it's just daddy issues or men with daddy issues. I feel like women with daddy issues are...
all women.
Whores.
So you can say
yeah,
women.
it's like it's kind of not the same.
Women with daddy issues.
Women with daddy issues is like, well, you're not that much more annoying than women without daddy issues. You're just kind of like more of a woman.
Right.
But men with daddy issues are fucked in the head, and their brains are all scrambled. They're like monsters, like cornered like a dog at the pound, like all emotional and like ready to cry or snap at any moment. Let me show you an example of a men with daddy issues.
Men with daddy issues are terrifying individuals.
Right?
Yeah.
There's something in their eyes where you think, man, your dad fucked you up, dude.
Well, it's this weird like seeking of validation in all the wrong places where you're like, hey man, just be happy with yourself.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Shut up about it. Like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Because now here's an example.
Daddy never gave affection.
What's that?
That's Jeremy from Pearl Jam.
Oh yeah.
And then he went and he killed himself. I never understood as a kid in the video. I'm like, did he kill the class or did he kill himself?
I don't know. Okay, I know what you're thinking. But Dick, what's an example of a guy with daddy issues?
Yeah, who could that possibly be?
Well, here's a guy with some daddy issues.
Okay.
Perhaps you've heard of him.
Let me see.
His name is iDoubles.
iDoubles.
Or something.
iBubbles? Bubble double?
With Content Cop. Here he is. He made this
the Content
video.
Cop, of course, yes.
This guy iDubbbz made this video.
This guy is known for his snarky attitude and taking down people with his sardonic wit, so I'm sure I'll be experiencing some of that.
Well, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I knew him as the guy that Sam Hyde raped.
Right.
He tried to trick Sam Hyde, which is basically suicide. He's lucky that Sam didn't kill him, and he chose to be gracious. Samuel the Gracious.
Man, that was
and he
really...
tried to get real with him, which was real of him. You know?
The part where they're writing on the whiteboard, I'm like, oh, iDubbbz is retarded, because how did you...
That was the rape. They're writing the rape.
Ideas was just like animal pranks.
I'm going to rape him on his hands and knees. I'm going to rape him in the mouth. I brought in this girl to rape him. She's going to pretend to be my abused wife and rape him in this way.
I gotta watch that video again.
I watched it like 6 times.
It's so good.
Just because you can see Sam go, oh, man, I can't do this. I gotta try to help you.
He finally has to break it to him where he goes, we're pranking you. How are you this retarded?
What's wrong with you?
We wrote animal pranks on a whiteboard, and then we said like it was too hard to get an animal.
Samuel the kind. Samuel the Gracious.
We had a guy with giving color-coded safety, like today's code is orange, so if you want to get in and out of the room, you got to use a code.
He was trying to say, look, I know you need a dad, and I'll be the dad for you right now because you really need one.
Yeah.
So the way you're fucking up is because...
Bro, you need a male role model in your life to be like, stop doing this.
The worst I've ever behaved, drunk, woke up, I think the next day, oh, my dad would not be happy about that. Oh,
Dad would be telling you you're doing those ratchet straps wrong.
Ooh.
I think that's part of why I drove my car home. Is my dad? If my dad would be like, you were driving around with the fucking radiator hitting whatever, not
what
good.
did you think would happen?
Did you make a funnel out of paper? Yeah, I made a funnel out of paper.
Okay.
Probably a shitty funnel.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I probably would have done it better, but at least
Now,
you did that.
let me show you what absolutely no concern about what your dad might have to say about your behavior in society, and specifically on a giant platform like the internet.
Millions of views.
This is a video that iDubbbz put out for consumption, wide consumption.
As part of his content cop series, which is him ripping into people and
right. Here we go.
Okay.
Here's a clip that I pulled out to demonstrate the daddy issue behavior.
You know, I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like, if you come to their defense, if that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse, but, you know,
Crying.
Why is he crying?
Crying about his girlfriend.
Your girlfriend is an OnlyFans model, married to. Are they married? They're not even married, are they?
Does it matter?
Okay, she takes off her clothes for money. People are gonna make fun of her and call her a whore. You know what you do? You take the money, swim around in it a little bit. Don't worry about it.
You probably don't schedule an interview with a guy who
is that guy?
It looks like he's in Vietnam. This is someone else that he wanted to be his dad.
Yeah.
Perpetually like Sisyphus.
Well, that's
on a
what
quest
these guys
for a
don't
dad.
understand is crying to dad is not how you get a dad, you know?
You're driving dads away with that
cry to mom.
behavior.
This is a guy who's cried to mom a lot, and you ever found out.
So you only know how to
cry
deal
to
with mom. Is that right?
Yeah.
And because that's how you're behaving right now.
If you show up,
You
and
think
cry
this
to
man
dad,
is your
dad
mom?
goes, go tell it to mom.
Whoa!
This is
Let
not
me stop
my
you right
job.
there. You do that again, I'm out of here.
I'm here to chastise you for blowing up the engine, not to listen to you whine.
Are you crying about, you lose money in the stock market, I guess?
That would be something a dad would understand. Yeah. You go, all right, you can cry. Kill the guy, you know.
Your factory's shutting down.
Factory's shutting down.
You're losing something about you.
Yeah.
You're crying about a woman.
You're
They're getting made fun. Your woman broke your heart.
A woman broke your
She
heart.
fucked your best
Dad,
friend.
you can cry. Yeah.
She has cancer. You know?
Dad,
She's
I
gonna
gotta
die.
tell you something. You know, my girlfriend's a whore for money. Yes, son, I'm aware of that.
Which is cool.
Which is cool. But there's all these guys on the internet, they say it's like not cool.
They're making fun of her.
They're not stoked on my girlfriend taking her clothes off for money, and they think I'm a cock. Oh, well, you kind of got to just get through that, buddy.
Like the Godfather. Act like a man! I watched some of his video. It's like totally trash and littered with this sort of pathology, like sick. It gave me a sickness in me.
I mean, I have
To see a man in so much pain.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have either didn't have a dad or didn't have a good dad.
No. And that now, what is he? What is he as a person?
A mama's boy.
Well, he makes... I was thinking the other day how pathetic... You know, you look at, like, some YouTubers who went, like, hey, this was a exciting stepping stone to the next portion of my life.
Does
this
this look
is
like
bad.
a dad to
this
you?
This is bad.
This is not having a dad.
I look at YouTubers who are like, now I'm making TV shows. Or, there's that Psychic Pebbles guy who's making that Smiling Friends show or whatever. Like,
amazing.
Yeah, they
strong dad stuff.
Strong dad stuff. They said, this is clearly not something, I can't just forever keep making the same YouTube videos I was making 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And this guy comes out of nowhere and he goes, remember the content cop? What if he was like still complaining about H3 and other people grown? See, that's the thing. Like, the endlessly complaining on YouTube about each other was content for 14-year-olds, but now you're a grown man.
You see this collection of...
There's only so much that you can... what is...
See, this daddy issues right here. See, she's got it. Retarded black skirt, too fat.
How old is iDubbbz? Is he in his 40s?
Nothing, absolutely nothing hidden. Flipping off. It's like flipping off dad as he walks out the door, you know? If I have to come back, if I have to come in this room again and tell you to keep it down, fuck you, Dad. Fuck you. Like that.
This is
This
so
guy
bizarrely
obviously-
pathetic, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I was hanging out with a bunch of guys and it's like,
love sack
we're going to take a cool picture of us
hijab.
and we're all going to do this, I'd go, that's stupid. I don't want to do that.
It was bad. Approximately 18 million children in the U.S. live without a father in the home. They could be making videos.
Well, how many of them are we sending back so we can get those numbers down?
All of them.
All of them.
Hey, Dad didn't want you? Yonder is America. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the first one's out.
Rooted in father's absence or dysfunctional relationships contribute to poverty, crime, mental health issues, and relationship instability.
It is interesting how much of societal woes seem to be a lack of strong father figures.
All of them.
Yeah.
Literally
all of them.
All problems are.
It's a big problem. At least when you're a guy, you don't got to deal with, lady dad problems, which is,
Wait, what?
Well,
is that like a liberal lady dad? Who's that?
No, I'm saying
Lesbian
like
parents?
like when you I always make the joke, or I don't always make the joke, but I used to have the stand-up joke that I stopped doing immediately.
You talk like a fucking stand-up guy.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I used to do this joke.
I used to make this joke, and then the joke is, and it goes, first I walk up and I get on the stage, and I hold the mic, and I just say the fucking joke.
Well, I'm trying to remember exactly how it goes. I go, I'm kind of I get it. Like, I'm kind of like safe creepy, right?
You?
I don't know. I say you want to remind girls of their father.
Oh.
You just don't want to remind them of the night their father raped them.
That's one of your jokes.
Yeah.
You could have just said that.
And that's what women have to deal with. Is that one night
You know what annoys
Dad
me
came
about
home
stand-up guys
drunk
when they
and-
do that? It's like,
What?
well, you just kind of like, I could have just enjoyed that joke
I guess
now.
I could have just told it as a joke.
I didn't need you to say,
Yeah.
like, this is a joke that I tell
This
to
is a
other
joke that
people.
I tell the other people. I don't know, man. I was trying to build it into a larger point, which is that there's different daddy issues for different folks. Not
This
all
is
fathers
the daddy,
are raping,
this is the daddy
obviously.
issue right here.
Yeah.
I also see the dynamic
You know?
of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's
Look at this poor bastard. Look
I
at
don't
this fucking
understand
guy.
what-
really
So-
hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like if you come
No,
to
it
their
isn't.
defense, if that doesn't always help them, right? Sometimes that makes it worse. But I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil.
Sam Hyde's looking at this.
It's
going,
really
oh,
hard
I tried.
to be
tried to help
a
this
couple
guy.
online and see
Yeah.
people attacking your partner.
Yeah, you
and
know
it's
what?
Like, okay, like,
here's
if
what
you
I'm
come
going to
their
say
defense,
also is
Yeah.
if that doesn't always help them.
Oh, wow.
there's some of these guys who don't understand that when you go, when you were a kid and you turned on the TV to watch Home Improvement, very rarely was it an episode of like Tim Allen weeping like a bitch, because you're like,
I don't think any of those kids cried.
if they had a very special moment, it would be like somebody's got cancer and we got to deal with it, and you're like, okay, well, that's real shit. There was never an episode where Tim Allen's like,
Jill.
they're making fun of Jill. They're making fun of my wife. Oh, and then Tim Allen was crying.
Tim goes to Wilson. Wilson? Al's making fun of Jill.
Guys, can I just...
He said she's shaped like a bowling
Can I explain
pin.
to some of you YouTubers
And
who
her
I get...
tattoos make her look like a whore.
They make her look like a...
And then JTT comes in. Knock it off, Dad.
Knock it off, Dad. You're
You're
being
acting like
pussy.
a bitch.
Yeah, so there's like this weird thing with YouTubers who, again, they play into the parasocial thing where they're like, well, my audience wants to see the real me or whatever, and I go, no, you're still an entertainer. No one wants to watch you cry about your girlfriend. Okay, you get to make the crying video when you get cancer or your dog dies or something.
Nah.
But other than that, yeah, just keep this bottled in. Nobody
Andrew
wants to
Tate?
see that.
Big time daddy issues.
Yes.
I remember when I was young and my dad pissed in my thermos on the way to school. And that taught me.
Wait,
like,
is that a
oh,
story for Andrew
dude.
Tate?
I don't know.
See, it sounds like
He
it.
was playing chess in his underpants and he hadn't washed them in 3 weeks to build up immunity to shitting.
I remember one time me and my friends were going to go sledding and Dad pissed in my sled and I rode my piss sled down the bottom of the hill.
Statistics show 63% of youth suicides are because of daddy issues.
No, those numbers are inflated. Half of those are always autoerotic asphyxiation.
What are you talking about? Is that real?
Anytime you get suicide
Get the fuck
numbers,
outta here. Shut
any
up.
suicide number you have to cut in half.
No.
Any suicide stat number you get, half of them are misreported autoerotic asphyxiation. Yes!
Young kids aren't choking themselves while they're jacking
off.
What
are you talking about? Of course they are.
No, they're not.
They go online and they go, jerking off's awesome. Is there a way to make it better? And then they ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT says,
Tens of thousands of kids.
Yeah.
Why do you know this?
All those trans suicides where they're like, the trans suicide rate is
They've already got stuff going on.
No. All the trans people are just the first ones to be like, I bet jerking off while I choke myself would be the best. Any suicide stat you see, you got to cut it in half immediately.
Why half?
That's just an estimate.
Of you?
Because the mom and dad come home,
Discord
especially youth suicides.
I know you must have a secret Discord account.
Because youth suicides are reported by the parents. So the parents come home and they go, "Oh, Mikey's got a fucking rope around his neck. He's got his dick in his hand," and then they got to go to the school and they got to go, "Well, he was really depressed."
Anyway, 63%.
Cut it in half. 32%. Got it.
Well, so the other half are jacking off because they don't have a dad. What are you talking about? Why do you need that much pleasure out of jacking off? Because you don't have a dad.
Right.
Okay, it's the same.
Same. It's all dad related.
85% of incarcerated youths come from fatherless homes. I tried to get that with a
Wait,
race.
82%? You tried to get that without a race-based
with race
slant?
pulled out? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get those numbers.
But still the same.
Still pretty high.
Still a reason.
Yeah.
85%.
It's a lot.
IDEVS belongs in prison for that.
I wonder what the rate of autoerotic asphyxiations for the black community is.
Probably not.
Because they don't seem to need it.
No,
yeah.
They don't need it.
They're like, I just got a big old dick. I don't got to choke myself, Whitey.
Man, you had the weirdest tweet this week.
What are you talking about?
You said at least Carmelo, whatever, that black guy that stabbed that Metcalf kid,
Yeah.
You're like, at least he's a good-looking murderer.
I didn't say at least he is. I said you have to admit he's a good-looking murderer.
What the hell was that?
As far as murderers go, normally, look, I gotta be real. When you get the white guy shoots up his school, it's always like a fucking Joker-looking kid with the shaved head going with his bug eyes or whatever. And the black kid stabs somebody and he looks like fucking Jaden Smith. He looks cool. I think he's like he could rap or play basketball.
No, it didn't seem like a cool thing.
I didn't say he looks hot. I just said that's a good-looking. He's a good-looking guy. He's handsome.
Let me find this Vito comedy.
Who do we got? We got Dylan Roof with his bowl haircut. You're like, bro, if you're gonna be out here killing people on behalf of the white race, can you at least give an example of why the white race is so superior? Because I look at you and I go, no, we don't need more bowl cut kids.
Damn it! How do I look for?
You know, like if Leo DiCaprio started murdering different races, you'd go like, okay, well now he's got a
deleted. Okay,
what?
You deleted it.
No, that's a different one. I deleted it.
How come this guy's saying there's no possible motivation for shooting children to a tweet you deleted?
What did you delete? This is ancient. What is this from?
I don't know. I'm trying to find where you said that shit about.
I'll find it in 2 seconds.
Carmelo.
I didn't delete that one. Hold on. I said you got to admit that's a good-looking murderer. Because he is.
I
tweet a lot. I enjoy tweeting. I enjoy tweeting. I talked about iDubbbz. I had some cats. Look, all I'm saying is, why don't you just bring up a picture of the guy?
Because I want to see how you phrase it exactly. Now that you're trying to say it wasn't that he's
lots been going on this
sexy.
week. Oh, I didn't say that he looked sexy. That is definitely not what I said. I said you got to admit you got to admit he's a good-looking murderer. Good-looking. Good-looking. Look at him. Look at that suit. That's pretty. He's got like a style to him. When Dylan Roof showed up to court, you went, oh, man, you're really not representing the white race here. Who's that kid who shot up the fucking kindergarten? All these white psychos, they're weird bug-eyed losers. This guy comes out, he goes, yeah, I stabbed Whitey. What are you going to do? I stabbed Whitey all day. And you go, all right.
At least you got to admit he's a good-looking murderer. Are you like
he's put
in
together.
Love with him?
He's fucking.
Is that like your Ted Bundy for you?
Yeah, this is my Ted Bundy. I want to send him a letter.
I think it's a little weird.
I don't think it's weird. Look at him.
Are you gonna write him?
I think he should. If this guy was not stabbing white people,
that doesn't help people see it.
I'd say
it's only you.
I need to see him more because I want to see it.
I don't want you using the monitor.
Look up a picture of him, Carmelo Anthony.
I see him right here.
No, but that's like small. You got to see him like full picture. Look it up. Come on.
All right.
I want the audience to. We should put up. We should put up a chat Okay, is he an above-average murderer? That's him right there. There he is. He played for the Lakers.
Murderer.
It's with a K. That's
I looked up with a K.
No, not the mug shot. Come on. It is a bad mug shot.
This you say?
I want him in the suit.
This is the guy you're saying is good looking?
Not that picture. That's a bad picture. Usually you got a bad picture.
That's what he looks like.
No. Hold on. That's him.
This one here.
That's him on his worst. Yeah, look, he's wearing the suit there.
What are you talking about?
Now that is a young professional right there. I would let that guy sell me a car.
It sounds like you'd let him do other things,
I don't want to fuck Carmelo Anthony.
Why did you say he's a good-looking murderer then?
But if I was trying to set up a cuckolding type situation and I needed a black bull to run a train on my girlfriend,
why are you thinking about this stuff with this guy?
Perhaps I'd say, okay, let's get into it.
What about him is good-looking to you?
The guy he killed is good-looking too. I'm just saying, like, normally when there's these murders,
well, he's handsome, but
normally when you get these murders, the guys are like, ah, but this guy, I'm like, he's kind of put together there. He looks good.
No, you said good-looking. You said you have to admit. It was like
you have to admit, as far as if you were,
why would you be thinking that?
Because if you were a father and your daughter said, "This is my boyfriend."
Why are you thinking this weird stuff?
If it was other type of black gentleman, you go, oh, I don't know about this. But this guy shows up wearing a suit, kind of got like a Will Smith looking kind of thing, kind of and you go, okay, well, he's put together. Maybe he's one of the good ones, you would say. I would never say that, but one of these fathers might say, oh, maybe he's one of the good ones.
Are you like talking to your daughter after the date going, so that guy, he was a good-looking guy. I really like the way he looks.
Is he full black? Is he like half black? Because he's really put together.
Well, that was a weird thing.
I
came across that it came up on my phone in the morning. I was like, I don't want to wake up to this weird.
He cleans up well. He looks good at the press
pictures of him.
Well, yeah. Where's the press con? He looked good at the press conference.
That was weird.
Above average for a murder guy, I would say.
I don't even know why you're thinking about that though.
Well, because again,
it's a guy.
Because when I see white murderers, I go, "Oh, you guys, come on! You're out here saying
it's like you had to say something nice about the black guy, even though because he's in jail."
I'm saying normally when there's these big time murder situations, even Kyle Rittenhouse. Look, I love Rittenhouse, but he's kind of a chubster, And you go, "Oh man, it would be cool if he was like an all-American, chiseled quarterback type." Instead, we got to be like, this goofy, pudgy kid is the savior of self-defense.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. It happened to the black guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta admit,
I'm jealous of the black
guy in a suit. My fucking juices are really churning over here.
They're very lucky.
Jello's jiggling.
Look, when you want,
don't you think that's a little weird?
No, I think it's. I think normally, when you think of somebody stabbing a guy, you think of like a cracked out, guy. He's got a lot of, or like one of these, big fat black guys.
He wasn't that. You said he's a good-looking guy.
He's a good-looking. I got for a murderer. He's a good-looking murderer.
Okay.
Sometimes I think honestly,
I just think it's weird.
Let's be real. I think part of the reason that this story is getting so much press is people love good-looking murderers. So it's a genre. All sorts of people. When a ugly person murders, you go, well, yeah, because he's got nothing going on. But that guy, you go, oh man, he could have been banging white chicks all day long. If he didn't.
See, I know it's weird. I'm telling you that what you're saying and where it's coming from is weird.
If he didn't stab that guy right now, he could be banging all sorts of white chicks and living the life or whatever. But
pretty much one sort.
He's throwing it away. Yeah, exactly. I think you know what I'm saying.
No, I do. That's weird that you said it.
Good-looking guy. And then there's a part of you that goes, I don't want a good-looking guy to go to prison. That's part of why nobody wanted OJ to go to prison.
You're talking yourself into weird stuff.
Because OJ was a good-looking guy. You go, I don't want a handsome guy to go to prison. Or Ted Bundy. He was so good-looking. You're like,
no, I want
murder women.
Good-looking guys in prison.
But you get a creep like Dahmer, and you go, obviously he fucking jammed a hole. I don't want that guy to go free at all. Look at that creep.
No, it's something with black guy in a suit. That's like your
black guy in a suit's a great genre. We need more black guy in a suit stuff.
What kind of suit?
Like action movie. Well, not a jumpsuit, which is unfortunately he's gonna be wearing soon. All right, here's my problem, Dick.
Okay.
You ever shopping at the store, walking around the store, and then you go, you know what? One of those things I got to do because I'm a human being is I got to use the bathroom.
At the store?
At the store,
Nah,
which is already going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's not happening.
Now, if you're at like a Target or a Walmart or whatever, thankfully, there's this thing where nobody has to know that you're going to use the bathroom. You can just go in there. Test one.
Yeah, okay. There.
You can just go in, do your business, and leave.
Yeah.
But then you go to some of these stores, and they go, oh, there's a bathroom over here. You go, oh, thank God. And you go over to it.
Yeah.
And there's a fucking keypad
Yeah.
from the future to stop you from shitting without anyone knowing that you're shitting.
Who gives a shit about them knowing that you're
My
shitting?
problem is having to find an employee to unlock the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Look, I understand we are no longer a high-trust society. We have to lock up the Legos. We have to lock up the shampoo.
Lock up the chips.
We got to lock up the chips and the baby formula.
Chips are getting locked up.
I didn't think this was going to be a racial problem, but I guess it kind of is.
Not. What's racist about locking up chips?
Everybody likes
They
chips.
just are locked up now.
It's locked up.
Okay?
Anybody could want them. I
Just
understand.
put a suit on and you get all the chips you want.
Can't we go back to just like the bathroom is unlocked?
Yeah.
You know? And if a guy is doing fentanyl in there, just have one employee who like maybe once an hour has got to go in and kick that guy in the ribs until he
No,
leaves.
because they'll just mess it up. They'll break the toilets. They'll smash everything.
Yeah.
They just want to smash and kill everyone
Well,
for fun.
Okay, so if we got to lock the bathrooms, can we at least have like some sort of can we get an AI to unlock the bathroom for me? Yeah, can I show up and there can be an AI and it goes, "Hi, what are you planning to do in there?" I go, shitting, pissing.
You want it like an Indian?
Yeah,
like,
sure,
on a
an
touch
Indian
screen?
call center. At least it's somebody who's like, I'm never
Yeah.
going to see again. I'm not going to lock eyes with them and be like, hey, I'm going to go in there and pee and poop. I don't want to talk
gonna
to
do
another
both?
human being about
Like a
that.
bird?
Yeah, I'll do both. A little of both.
Is it because you're thinking about pooping? Because you could just pee.
There's a number of different problems involved, okay?
Okay.
First of all is sometimes there's nobody around. And you got
To get
to
into the
find a
bathroom?
fucking employee. You got to trek around the store to find a guy.
Yeah.
And again, it's not like a guy, the average retail worker is not like, oh, how can I help you, sir? They're like, yeah? And you go,
What do you want?
what you want? What you need?
They're
What
so
you
exasperated all the time.
Right, they always look, and they're so downtrodden.
And I watch them. I watch what they're doing.
Right.
Like if I have the time, I'll like sit there and watch what they're doing, and it's just always nothing.
Right.
They're just exasperated and
Taking the same item off the shelf, put it back on. They just do that for 8 hours.
yeah,
it
or
feels
just like sitting there stressing out and thinking about stuff that needs.
they're
that's gonna
perpetually
happen.
miserable for doing nothing, for
Yeah.
the bare minimum. And you go, yeah, gonna need someone to unlock.
Clean your life
Gonna
up.
need someone to unlock that bathroom. And what's worse is when it's not one of those ones where they can just give you the code, like they got to do it, because then
Like
you get
key.
follow me.
The token system was the best.
Yeah, get a token at the
Pop
front.
a token in there.
Yeah, get a token.
Yeah.
What happened to that? Did the homeless guys start like manufacturing tokens?
Yeah, there was a Popeyes where I used to live in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and it's reminding me of this. Some
Comes
some
a
night
street
I was in
economy
there.
of shit tokens with the homeless.
Well, yeah, because we're all in the line, and this homeless person comes in, and he's like, "Yo, can you ask them for a
Can you
token?"
get a shit token from me? Yeah.
And I was like, "No, fuck you." And he goes down the line, and this dumb white woman's like, "Oh, could I get a token for the bathroom?"
Oh,
and they weren't
no.
paying attention. They're like, "Here you go." And she goes, "Oh, here," and everyone went, "No, do not give him a token. Do not give him a token." He's like, "Oh, what?" It was like swipe or no swiping. Like, do not give him. He's like,
I'm just gonna do a little crack. Just gonna do a little crack. It ain't a big deal.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm just gonna throw him a poop on the
Shit in the
walls.
fucking street to get hit by a bus, you piece of shit.
The accommodation of white people really, we
That dumb bitch.
cause a lot of problems.
Can I have a bathroom token?
Get one for my
She's
friend.
like, yeah. She's like, oh, here you go. No.
Wasn't there like a
Do not redeem.
I think there was like a Starbucks that there was like an incident where they kicked a guy out for, and then they got like sued for like $1 billion, and all the Starbucks were like, all right,
guess
nobody can
we-
use the bathroom now.
Yeah, they're fucked
because y'all
now.
fucked it up. I think it was San Francisco. They had like open bathrooms, and then they're like, "What are we doing? No,
Yeah.
none of you are. Like, you have to buy something."
Yeah.
And all these well-to-do white people were like, "Well, they need a place to have dignity." It's like, well, go have dignity fucking anywhere other than
No,
Starbucks.
they don't. Fuck you.
Yeah, no.
They really don't.
Give them a bag to shit in.
At this point, anyone that has any kind of opinion on homeless people,
Yeah.
if they don't live within like pissing distance of a homeless person, I want them to off themselves.
Their
it's
opinion
like,
on
get
the
the
homeless
fuck
is
out of
irrelevant
here.
at that
How
point.
many homeless people are in your 6-block radius? Oh, none? Oh, shut the fuck up then.
Wait. I'm sorry. Are you saying you have to be there in order to comment on it, Dick?
Do you have...
Because I feel like your problem last week was the exact opposite of that.
You
gotta walk through homeless town.
Do you know a homeless?
Do you know homeless?
Yeah.
Have you been
Have
homeless?
you even been homeless?
Have you been unhoused?
Just meet one.
I don't want... okay, so I don't want a guy to let me into the bathroom, to know I'm in the bathroom, to be... I don't want anyone thinking about me being in the bathroom.
Who cares?
It's weird. I don't want that interaction. It should just be there's a private room that anyone can enter and do their business and leave.
Yeah.
And maybe there's a code you can obtain or whatever. And again, it could be AI. I think an AI could ask 5 simple questions, solve a CAPTCHA. You know, what are you going to do? And then the AI, while you're in there every 3 minutes, can go, you only got a couple more
You're
minutes.
You're going to have to
and then
explain
I'm
yourself
calling
to an
someone.
AI
Yeah.
constantly at a full volume because they can't hear.
You know what? Because it's always
don't work.
The big problem has always been that we can't put video cameras in bathrooms for obvious reasons.
So we should undo that.
Well, I'm saying if an AI is watching the camera and the AI, which is not a person, can go, I don't care if a computer watches me piss and shit.
Right.
And then the computer can go, hey, that guy's pulling out a heroin needle and call the front desk. And then I'd go, oh, yeah.
Well, then what? Then you got to deal with the heroin needle. That's the problem.
But I'm
they
saying...
don't want to deal with the people doing crimes in there.
Well, yeah, but now you know there's a crime in there, you know?
You know there's a crime in there. As soon as they get in there, they're going to do crimes.
That's a good point. I guess the AI is not going to solve it.
We got to repeal the Civil Rights Act. That's the only way to solve this
Anyway,
issue.
Here's my pitch, Dick, is why is there no app? Because homeless people don't know how to use a phone.
Yeah.
Can't there just be a bathroom code app?
That's
even
what George Costanza
or a subscription
invented.
service.
Yeah.
I'd pay $1.99 a month to unlock all bathrooms in America.
That was
right?
his fucking app.
Wait,
dude.
what was
On the Seinfeld reunion, the iToilet.
The iToilet
would
was
show
to
you any
find,
bathroom
yeah.
that's open for you.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I mean, yeah.
I'd pay for that access.
Well,
there should be a toilet subscription service in America. $4.99. No, I'd pay $9.99 a month.
just ask for the bathroom key.
Hold on. Why don't we build? This is a company. We, America.
It's retarded.
Yes, the
This
greatest
idea is
country on earth.
retarded.
When you go into the Target, there should be the regular bathroom for the retards. And then you could pay, if you're a part of iToilet Plus, for $9.99
Who are you thinking when you
a
said
month.
that?
Anybody. For $9.99 a month, there should be a separate premium bathroom experience.
Yeah, okay.
And all the top Americans will pay for it. And we'll be proud to pay
Put all
for
new
it.
toilets in, like a toll lane.
One of the toilet stalls could be fucking, electronically locked.
Right.
The big
I get it.
The big handicap one. Let's put it this way. Okay,
Yeah.
the handicap guys get in there. Everyone wants to use the handicap stall.
Right.
It's big.
Lock it.
There's room in there. You can put your stuff down. You can take a think.
Okay.
Lock it up. Charge a subscription.
It's not worse than the consent dom, but it is bad. The idea.
I think people would pay for this. I would pay for this.
Yeah. How much?
Because I'd be at the Target. My buddy goes, I got to use the bathroom. I'd go and see him go to the poor person bathroom. I go, I don't want to be friends with that guy. He's even pay for the premium experience.
How often do you have to go to the bathroom that's a surprise?
In a store, we've discussed this. When you enter a new area, the pressure change in the atmosphere results in internal changes.
So how often do you have to surprise?
Usually when I go to the fucking grocery store and you're walking through the freezer aisles.
You're shitting at the grocery store?
I can't help it because you're in like the refrigerated meat department and it fucks up your fucking internals. It's a sudden drop in body temperature.
No, it doesn't.
You have hot poop inside you. Right? That's just
No.
been building.
I don't want to hear about that.
If the rest of your body is hot, everything's in equilibrium. But suddenly you got a cold outer body.
Your system is all
with
fucked
hot
up.
poop inside it.
No.
And your body recognizes that. It goes, equilibrium's out of balance. We got to get this hot poop out of our cold body. That's why when you go to the freezer section, you got to poop.
Do you avoid the freezer section?
Yeah, because I got all this hot poop and pee in me.
Vito, this is disgusting.
And your body wants to maintain an equilibrium temperature. And it goes, you got to get that hot out. The only other option is there could be a part in the store that is hot.
How do you wear heat packs?
Well, yeah, I'm saying there could be
Get hot hands.
I think in the grocery store there should be like a little sauna area that you can go stand in to get your body temperature back up.
Oh, come on.
So you don't got to use the bathroom.
It's just revolting.
The human body is a nightmare. What do you want? I didn't design
your
this fucker.
body.
All bodies.
No.
Everyone's pooping and peeing.
Very rarely.
All I'm saying.
Very rarely are people surprised by having to poop.
Next time you go to the store, stand in the freezer section for like 10 minutes and see if you feel any
10
bathroom
minutes?
Urgency. Whatever, 5 minutes.
Is that what your dad was doing when he was in the
He was having some bathroom urgency. He had to get on
like a laxative?
He was trying to bring his body temperature down to get an equilibrium going. Bonus episode now available on Patreon. All I'm saying is premium bathroom experience. Poop. It's always poop. It's always pee.
So that's why you're embarrassed.
Well, it's not always poop. Sometimes it's pee.
And somebody has to clean up after you in there.
No, they don't got to clean up after me. I do an excellent job of cleaning up, except that one time I was here, which is not a big problem. Your toilet wasn't flushing correctly. It's your fault.
Okay.
Also, there should be a bidet on that upstairs toilet.
Toilets and stuff. Poop.
Oh, I'm
it's disgusting.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's just disgusting.
It's a real problem. It's a problem that people can relate to.
Okay, my problem is forgetting to wash your hair.
Forgetting to wash your hair.
Just like...
How do you forget to wash your hair? What do you mean?
I don't know. But it happens to me all the time.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'll have my hair up in a bun or something, and I'll wake up and go like, all right, today's hair washing day. Because it's such a pain in the ass to wash my hair. How often do you wash your
hair? What do you mean hair washing day?
Like once a week. Once or twice a week if I've smoked something or if I did extra bad stuff in the week, I'll wash my hair.
Wash it
to get it out. With shampoo and conditioner. What are you talking about?
You do that once a week?
Once or twice. Yeah. It's bad to do it too much.
How do you bathe otherwise?
What the fuck are you talking about?
So you just take
People don't wash their hair every day.
Oh, okay.
Not people with long hair.
Yeah, well, I don't have long hair, so I don't know.
What are you acting disgusted about washing my hair?
Well,
once or twice a week.
But do you put your head under the water at least?
Like normally?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get it a little wet.
So you get it wet.
Not all the way wet.
But you don't use shampoo you don't use like a little bit of shampoo?
Every day?
Yeah.
No, that would mess your hair up.
Oh.
You could, I guess, but I'm pretty sure that would get all the oil out of your hair and mess it up.
It would get all the oil out of your hair? Hold on.
What is this? What is this, a Tim Robinson thing?
I don't have...
You acting like... Did you this is what you did to your hair, and your hair fucking got out of there. It's like, you're fucking washing your hair too much.
Maybe that's why I destroyed my hair, but I
wear a shower cap like it's the 30s.
Okay, so you protect your hair.
No, I don't have a shower cap,
but
literally.
I'm saying ladies do that. That's fair.
Yeah, ladies do that.
Yeah.
You wash your hair like once or twice a week.
I shampoo
and conditioner.
every day.
What do you shampoo with that minoxidil stuff?
No. That's not technically shampoo. Although I did get a new shampoo that's like a hair thickener thing.
When I had short hair, I did.
You would shampoo every day.
Yeah, but I can't. Like 2-in-1.
Because the oil will go away.
Yeah, you can't have long hair and wash your hair.
Can you find an article
It takes fucking forever. It takes a long time, and then I get impatient, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to sit here drying my hair all day. I'm just gonna go and do stuff. But then I get water everywhere, all over the back of my shirt, all over the couch.
But if I don't wash my hair in any respect, like my scalp gets itchy from the
sebus,
all of it. So every day I gotta wash my head, the hair.
Kind of shampoo are you using?
It's just a basic bitch shampoo.
I have like $80 shampoo.
What? Okay,
you gotta upgrade that shit.
Because you have like actual nice hair to protect. I've never had nice hair. Okay,
maybe you gotta. Maybe you gotta set the table.
I don't think my shampoo regimen is the reason I lost all my fucking hair. Okay.
What are you using? Like Pert? Like
Borax?
Yeah. For shampoo?
Yeah.
Why don't you use something nicer?
Because I don't have enough hair to care about it.
You
like
don't need very much. Just a little drop.
Yeah, exactly. The amount I don't need very much.
Use Dr. Bronner's or something.
No, I got the. Actually, Hims has a new line of shampoo, so I got that.
You're a company man.
Dude, I am a company man at this point. Because I need that stock to come back. God damn. Come on, let's go. They're coming back. I was at CVS, they got Hims shampoo. I was like, that's a good sign.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Then I forget, and I get out of the shower, and I say, oh, it's just one. Okay. I always forget after I get dressed. I fucked. I'm not taking all my clothes off to go wash my hair. I'll just deal with it. Another day. Another day won't kill me. But then I take my hair out of the bun, and it's like all kind of dreadlocky, and it's like
so
you can
do
see
wash
it clumping up where it's going, where I'm losing my hair. It's like clumping there, and I'm like, am I losing my hair? Or is it just clumped in a weird way?
Do you use conditioner? Are you conditioning?
Yeah, you got to use conditioner separately.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to look at it.
Why don't you go to a salon? Can you get a shampoo at a salon? Do they still do that?
That takes forever. I feel
like if I had long, beautiful, flowing locks, I would enjoy.
You'd go to the spa.
I'd go to the spa. Yeah, I would have Asian women fucking. I'd have a spa day with it. Thanks. And for some reason, Alexa really likes that idea too. Yeah. I mean, ladies got like nice nails, and they go and they have Asian ladies fuck with their nails. I've had nice long hair.
They just like spending money. Yeah, they actually hate
honestly
doing the nails.
I did get a manicure pedicure one time with a girlfriend of mine.
Did you like it?
No, I was like, you do this like more than once. This is awful.
Horrible. I hate it.
Have you, dude? They take a little knife and like cut away the skin, and I'm like, what is that? Why is that necessary?
I feel like when you touch a dog's paw, and they're like, that's how I felt. Get the fuck out of here.
They're like, this is the part where we take a sharp thing and cut away the little bit of skin that's on your nail, and I'm like,
why would you do that?
What fucking purpose? Why? It's horrifying.
Yeah.
You know, I guess the feet stuff was fun.
Why did they think their hands need to look so good?
I don't get it at all. I don't understand.
No one's looking at your fucking hands.
No. I've never had a lady go like, look at my nails, and I go, well, now that's. I gotta take that one home.
With hands drawn on them. I don't care.
Right. But this one, I got them all these colors or whatever.
You just feel gross. Well, like, why did I shower at all?
But that's the thing is that I don't understand. Is like, how are you not walking around? What happens when you don't wash your hair? Doesn't it feel greasy and oily and shitty?
It feels like you got like a Gumby head. It feels like a Lego man's head, like buckwheat.
Right. You know? Well, that's why when you said I don't wash every day, I'm like, how does it not just feel disgusting? It's hanging on your head.
You got a couple days. The first day you wash it, it's shitty because it's all fluffy, at least for me. Yeah. Like, all right, I'll just look gay today, whatever. Day 2, 3, 4, and then 5, you're like, I got to wash it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you forget. Uh-oh. Day 5's going to be bad.
Also, I would think...
And you forget day 6?
Yeah.
Oh, no!
Well, we're living in the future. They haven't invented any devices that make hair washing more exciting and...
Exciting?
Well, yeah, like can't you get like a machine you put on your head and just wash your hair when you walk around or something?
I don't think so. No.
I saw a laser helmet for regrowing your hair, and I started researching whether they actually work. Have you seen these?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, is that a real thing? And then I looked it up.
That red light shit. Women discovered red lights.
Yeah.
So now anything has a red light in it.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Did you see I was at the, I'm learning about new things that exist. I was at the thrift store.
Yeah.
And I saw the Rape Fear Phantom mask, as I call it.
Rape?
Well, there was a guy who made a YouTube video one time. It was those like masks you put on for like makeup or
they're rejuvenating.
But they have
laser mask?
rejuvenating laser mask. They had one. This one was specifically a skin whitening mask.
Yeah.
I think for Asian ladies who want to be like porcelain dolls, there's a million layers inside of it. But you put it on, you look like a rapey fucking guy.
I don't even know how they invented that. Like why they decided, hey, we're going to start doing masks and sell them to women as like magical light. I was like, well, it's based on absolutely
women believe
nothing.
Well, that's the thing is like once a woman.
But why did it take them until that moment to invent it when we've had red lights for like ever?
I think the astrology, it would be funny to find out the astrology industry is at the bottom of all of this. And they go, if we can just trick them into thinking stars have power, we can sell them anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They can, but the craziest things catch
laser
on.
Mask. Well, they've always had.
And I always know, like, there's no way you'll be able to talk them out of this.
Yeah.
They think it's real.
Women are obsessed with anything that they think will make them.
But why not rocks? Like, why not 2 rocks that you sit at home and hold it? Why is it the Jason mask with lasers?
Hey, shut up, save that. That's good. Don't give away the plot.
Yeah. Why not a towel with healing herbs?
Hey, are you worried about your wrinkles? Just lie in bed with a rock on your face.
Like this. See, because the muscles in your face will tense up and de-age you.
If we sold the face beauty rock. Face rock. And you just have to lie in bed for an hour with a rock on your face. Dude, please, let's do this as a gag gift for guys to get their girlfriends. And they go, dude, you gotta try it.
Could we
really
buy
works.
Instagram ads
for the face rock?
Let's do AI face rock and then just ship fucking rocks.
And you get guys, we need guys around the country getting pictures of their girlfriends lying in bed with a rock on their face.
Yeah. Let's get women to buy
the face rock.
The face rock. And we'll make all bullshit.
And we need all the before and after of like, I didn't think it would work, but the face rock is really.
All AI. And the before and after is like just a different one.
The
totally
magical healing
woman.
powers of the Hamaga stone have been known to the tribe of the Wagandans for
of the
thousands of
Fagawis.
years. Yeah, the Fagawis.
Hi, we're the Fagawis.
The women of the Fagawi tribe would put on their face rock every night, and their skin famously stayed perfect.
All right, let's do it. Not one of your bullshit things.
If we can get women around
this
the
is
country
a full court press.
Put a fucking rock on their face and just lie.
Sleep in the rock.
You gotta lie motionless.
Guys will love it too. Hey, you got to go to bed. Use your face rock, you dumb bitch. I'm playing video games.
You have to lie motionless with a rock on your face. If you move, it fucks it up. It fucks up
Buy
the healing
deluxe
powers.
package with this music that you can play in your
Here's
app.
a rock that makes your tits bigger. You got to put that one on your chest. It weighs 50 pounds. I just want to picture some bitch covered in rocks, just lying in a bed, just covered in rocks. She's like,
improve your
I'm
stupidity.
going to be beautiful. This rock burns fat. It's a magic fat burning rock. Just put it on your stomach.
Yeah, we print some boxes.
Yeah.
The face rock.
Yeah.
A new, more beautiful you.
Fucking what's her name was selling a rock to put up your vagina for some reason.
That's dumb.
Gwyneth Paltrow. If women will put a rock up their vagina, I'm pretty sure we can get them to put a rock on their face. I'm pretty sure it can be done.
Those are two equal things for them.
Honey, can you balance my beauty rock on my face? It's just it's got to come
exactly
nice,
the kind of rocks we need too.
Bro, we could absolutely fucking have like
All
nice
right.
packaging.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The face rock coming soon.
The real nice packaging that you don't want to throw away.
Right. Yeah, like what a nice box. It's got to be like a
made in America.
Made in America, and it's got to be one of those boxes with the rubber inside, perfectly molded around the face rock.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay. Face rock.
All the women of the world are going to be beautiful thanks to face rock. Well,
it absorbs the minerals that cause aging. It absorbs the negative minerals and ions. It absorbs the fucking ions.
The best thing about face rock is the more of them you get, the faster it works. So just fucking
stack them up.
Stack a bunch of rocks
on your head.
Have your husband, be a rock stacker.
Hey, bitch. Hey, you stupid bitch. Stack these rocks on your head. There is a 0% chance. There's a 100% chance that we will sell at least one face rock.
We can at least sell a couple.
Buying
if we
Instagram
made little
ads.
Instagram ads of the face rock, we'd absolutely
layaway.
sell.
Put it on layaway.
$29.99. Women
Let's sell them to the Riptides. Sell them to Eric July's fans.
It's like the pet rock updated for a new generation.
Mother's Day gift.
Mother's Day
Here's
gift.
a Mother's Day gift for you, the face rock.
I never thought that I could be beautiful again, but thanks to putting rocks on my fucking face.
Okay, nobody say anything about it.
Nobody say anything. Keep it quiet.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Don't ruin it.
Don't tell any women. All right, guys, my problem is, Dick, sometimes you're watching these movies, man, like these cool sci-fi movies from like the 80s and even earlier, and they're going, hey, look at what the future's going to look like.
Yeah.
And like, oh, man, the future's got some cool-looking tech, you know? It's
That's
like
cool. Can it stop you from getting stabbed at a track meet?
No, it cannot do that, unfortunately. It can't even get video of that for some reason.
I bet it exists.
I've heard it might. I want to see
really?
it. Supposedly. I think at the press conference they were saying, I don't know, whatever. All I know is I was looking at all these guys and they got all this cool stuff with buttons and discs, and there'd be like, putting like these big chunky floppy disks in for data or whatever.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, that's cool. I can't wait to have all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we got to the future and you're like, oh, what's the future of technology? It's you ever playing with like an old camcorder and it's got all these like features or whatever. I'm always finding like old tech at the like thrift stores or whatever and going, wow, this is a really interesting design, especially because it's LA. There's a lot of old film equipment around.
Okay.
And you go, wow, for the guys like editing like fucking 8mm tape, you had this like complicated setup and you had to string the tape through and all these like precisely manufactured things and buttons or whatever. Like, I can't wait to see how intricate and beautiful tech is in the future. And you get there and they go, we got rectangles. You go, what
Screens.
else? What else you got? They're like, we got bigger rectangles.
Yeah, it's on the wall.
On the wall. And you're like, oh, do they got like cool buttons? No, none of them have buttons anymore.
What about haptic feedback, like things, anything like that?
No, literally everything in the future is a flat rectangle with, if you're lucky, 1 or 2 buttons. And you're like,
or no, they're going for no buttons.
They're going for no buttons 100%. They want to get us there. And it's just sad. So my problem is the future, the rectangle future, I guess, because that's all we got.
Cars are going to be just rooms with rectangles soon.
This minimalism shit is getting to a point where I don't think people like it. I don't know why the companies keep, like, every time Mac comes out, they go, look how fucking thin this laptop is. Ooh. It's so fucking thin. Yeah. It's the thinnest rectangle we've ever made. You've never seen a rectangle this thin. And then I look
this
at,
is
like,
a good stand-up bit. Are you sure? Is this a stand-up bit that you're doing?
If it is.
You didn't say, I used to say this
I used to do this bit, the stand-up. No. Like, you used to get a laptop and you, like, felt like you bought something. It was like a big, chunky thing with, like,
that's
buttons and, like, fucking ports.
And the screen would be, like, way far in from the sides.
But whatever. At least you're like, okay, I clearly invested in something.
Yeah.
And then you get a fucking MacBook and you're like, this is nothing. There's nothing here. Oh, but look, it's got a rectangle up here and a rectangle down there. And you can press this thing so you don't got to press the buttons anymore. And you're like, oh. Cool.
My dad's got a cell phone case that turns a normal iPhone into the size of a 1980s briefcase.
Good. That's awesome. I want that. I don't understand. Why is there not a split? Like, why is there not an option?
On it.
I understand there's a bunch of you, like, gay boys out there who just go, oh, I want the little rectangle that fits in my pocket.
Yeah.
But why is there not the chunky boy layer of tech? Why is there no company that goes, here's a cell phone, it's got a fucking bottle opener built into it?
Is there not?
No.
Seems like there would be like a kind of phone you could plug an iPhone into if you wanted to pretend to be a steampunk or something.
Yeah, there should be a tech company that goes, here's a big one, it's got all this stuff, it's still got a headphone jack.
Got all the stuff. It's like Zach Morris's cell phone.
Here's a laptop.
No screen.
That, look, it's really heavy. And it's got a bunch of shit, and if you drop it, it probably won't explode immediately.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it accidentally falling on the ground. It's shattering into a million pieces because it's built out of.
They don't break though. The little rectangles that they have.
I've seen
they're
them
too
break.
light. They just go like,
they float down to the ground.
I've dropped my computer a couple times. I'm like, now I don't even care if I drop it.
The worst part is that screens, I get it. Your TV can be a rectangle, sure.
Yeah.
I'll even accept, sure, the phone could be like a fucking rectangle.
Okay.
But then I got like a Nintendo Switch or whatever. It's like, another fucking rectangle. You gotta.
You're interacting with it. What do you want?
I go to get like a speaker, like those detachable speakers, just like another fucking rectangle. I'm like, can you guys, is there any other shape that you can use? I know making a box is easy.
Yeah.
I got speakers for my computer, rectangle. I got fucking my mouse. Why is my mouse not a rectangle at this point? The fact that the mouse even has a curve to it anymore.
It should be a rectangle.
It should be
that
a
would
rectangle.
be more fun, I think. A little rectangle that you have here.
I think at one point Apple did try to make it a rectangle. The trackpad.
That's better, I think.
Why does it all have to be? What happened to shapes?
Why isn't it a square?
Why isn't it
a circle?
Why is it not a circle?
Or a triangle? Where's the triangle phone?
Where's the triangle stuff at? I would like more triangles. I would use the triangle phone. Actually, the triangle
Watch TV
phone,
on a triangle.
I hate to tell you this, but the triangle phone was, I think, from The Office. I think they called it the pyramid. And you're like, it's got 3 sides. And I was
but
like,
there should
but
be
I
like,
looked at it when I want the pyramid. I would use the pyramid.
I want a phone that's shaped like a banana. So if I'm using it with one hand, I can do it like normally without having to go, or pull the screen down.
I would be okay if at least there was like some stuff on the side. Like, did you ever look? There was a period of time when they were designing like phones that were like different phones for different functions. I think it was Sony made one that had like different, like you could slot it into a camera. The camera looked like a camera. So you could take the phone, slot it into like a thing with like a big fucking lens on the end and like a big button up here and a shutter or whatever. It was like modular tech. And now it's just a fucking rectangle with some circles on the back of it to take pictures with.
I want to be able to put my phone into my car and have the car have more power or something.
Yeah.
You know,
you
like
should be able
feed
to
it
link up your devices.
Yeah, and they're more powerful.
And I guess maybe it's just, there's so many different manufacturers making stuff, so they need everything to be compatible. So everything's got to be a rectangle, so it all fits together in your perfect little rectangle life.
Well, maybe. Probably not.
Know.
Probably just
I don't know.
It's convenient, looking at a rectangle.
Look, I understand it's convenient. I understand some things.
Because we see in a rectangle.
I want buttons back on my phone. Just a few buttons, not a lot of them.
Get an old phone.
Yeah, they're not as powerful. They don't.
Yeah,
and they're all slow now. And then again, I go, because I look at my computer and I go, I want a big, chunky, fucking sci-fi 80s computer. I want to put giant, again, like a USB stick, a little fucking rectangle to put my data on. What happened to having giant fucking discs and?
I got this dial.
Yeah.
To try to do like the volume on the computer.
Right.
Because I thought it would be more fun to have like a dial.
Yeah, I think I bought something like that.
You need something like that. This is kind of like that. It's got buttons.
It's got buttons.
But there's little rectangles.
They're little rectangle buttons,
like
but
that.
the Steam Deck does at least have buttons on it, and that's why it's fun. People like pressing buttons.
I want that old speed dial menu kind of feel to it. With that little film that you had to pull up and then right and then put it back in.
It is just weird that I have all of these devices that when I look at them, they're just scaled up or scaled down versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
My TV is my phone, is my video game system, is my tablet. And I go, can't any of them be slightly different in any way?
Well, they try to do that like with Google Glass, but it always turns out to be gay or retarded.
That's true. That's
Oculus Rift's tried to do it, but
I finally got an Oculus. I got to see if it actually works.
You got an Oculus?
I bought a used one, and I didn't plug it in. I was on that Whatnot app, and a guy's like, Oculus, $50. I don't know if it works. And I said, fuck it. Let's do it.
So that app is just like people selling shit back and forth to each other?
Oh, yeah. It's horrifying.
That's cool.
I did $1,200 in sales last night.
How much did you make?
I don't know. Probably lost money, actually. But
how many people on Whatnot do you think are tracking their ROI or their profit?
I don't know. I don't think they are. I am tracking my ROI.
Oh, okay.
I have spreadsheets of my purchases to be like, all right, that was good. That was good. Because I don't update it as often as I should, though.
What about this? This could be your phone.
That could be my phone. I'm going to sell the Face Rock on Whatnot. That's going to be a big seller.
We have to do that.
If we can convince at least 10 women to go to just lie in bed with a rock on their face.
Man.
It's got to be one of these gifts that men can get for their. Well, I don't think you can give it to a woman though, because
it's not a joke.
You're getting me a bit. Yeah, it's
not
for
a
real.
joke.
It's for real.
It
works.
We're getting women to buy.
What if it does work though?
It does.
What if a placebo type effect, or just the fact maybe putting a rock on your face is the solution?
Look, it's flattening out the wrinkles.
It's flattening out the wrinkles. It's a wide, flat stone.
It's a pond stone.
Not only is it applying pressure to the forehead area,
it's pulling out the ions,
but it also has negatively charged ions that pull out the impurities in the skin.
Yes,
Face Rock
pulls out the minerals
from what's the name of our health company? From Lifestyle Enterprises.
Young you.
Yeah, young me. Young. Yeah, refresh.
Pinos.
Reverb. Pinos.
Pinos
from Pinos Industries. It has to be PNASS.
We got to do this.
We're going to look into making the Face Rock. We can't make it in China now. We got to make it in America.
I'm pretty sure we can make rocks in America.
I think we have to take rocks off the ground and infuse them with special properties.
I have exactly the rocks that I want in the front yard.
Let's polish them down.
No. I have the good. I have the flat,
good rocks,
the perfectly
flat
rocks.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because the people that flipped my house to me made like a desert scape in the front yard, and they put these stupid, like washed pond rocks out there.
Well, I know you're fixing up the deck.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, maybe it'll encourage you. You got that. Their front porch is a sad place to be, man.
Well, it has to be until they're done here.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying after they're done with that, hopefully you put some grass in there or something.
Yeah.
I
got to replace all the siding in the front too.
Oh man, homeownership,
you should buy a house.
Huh?
You'll love it.
Not at this point. I'm waiting for you to crash the market a little more. All right, flat rectangle, the horrifying rectangle future or whatever the hell.
Rectangles.
Too many rectangles.
Too many rectangles. All right.
I can't wait to get home and play on one of my many rectangles.
Too many rectangles. men with
Could they
daddy
have like
issues.
a circular monitor? That would be cool. No one makes that.
It would be cool.
Circular computer monitor? Yeah.
We should make one.
Could be useful. Fun.
What were your problems?
Finding an employee to unlock the bathroom.
Oh, that was a weird one.
Too many rectangles.
And
hey,
then,
sometimes you gotta use the bathroom.
Not washing your hair. Okay.
Not washing your hair. Guys, vote on the problems, the biggest problem of the show. Don't forget, new bonus episode, Biggest Problem in Jesus Christ. Enjoy it on your Easter weekend. Now available at patreon.com/biggest problem. And don't forget, Hackamania. We will be there this coming May 9th. Use promo code BIGGEST to save yourself some money. And
it gets us money.
It gets us money.
If you already bought tickets, cancel your... email Patrick.
Email Patrick and say, hey, I forgot to use promo code BIGGEST.
Even email if you, like, make up names. Like,
Right.
I accidentally used Carl's code. My
Right.
name
If
is,
you
like,
used,
James
like, promo code The Creep Off
Smith.
or something, email him and say, hey, I've made a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My name starts with an M.
I don't know
Can
why
you tell
I
me
did
what
that.
what name I used so I can change it to Biggest?
Can we please start the promo code wars? Email them and specifically say, I want to change my promo code.
Go in Carl's Discord and ask
Carl's been fucking around lately, and I don't think he deserves to have my, I want to give it to the biggest problem, guys.
Yeah.
They're way better.
Well, you got to have an order number. Just, like, you order it through us, and then take the order that's sequentially lower than you. So we have a range of what order numbers there are.
Right.
Say, I'm ordered this, change my promo code to Biggest.
Right.
And then there will be no, because Melton will get down and say, like, oh, well, that's an order number. Yeah, sure.
Of course.
No
I
problem.
must. He has an order number. Why would I not?
And you'd never know if it's your order.
Say I accidentally signed up with Carl's promo code. I don't know how it happened.
I'm order number, like, 1055
Yeah.
or
Can you please change it to Biggest? That would be much better.
Vito, you absolutely need to open for Josh Denny or somebody like that as Hitler. Just completely in uniform with a little mustache, hailing, all that shit. Love the show, boys.
I told Josh Denny I wanted to open for him as Santa Claus, and he didn't think it was a good idea.
That's stupid.
I think doing stand-up as Santa Claus would be great.
Well, what kind of jokes do you have?
Talking about how I give why I don't go to brown countries,
Race stuff.
I go, I love all the children of the world except the Muslims. They don't get shit.
That's horrible.
He doesn't give them presents to Muslims. They worship the wrong God.
Yeah, but it's like...
That's funny. It's funny that Santa Claus is a magnanimous individual who gives presents to all the children of the world, and he just chose all the ones who worship the wrong God and said, I'm not giving those brown fuckers anything.
That's not funny at all. That joke isn't...
It's the truth.
Did you tell Josh Denny that?
How can you watch like a Christmas special and it's like, Santa Claus, what a loving individual. And you go, hey, how come you don't give presents to Muslims? Like, what would be his explanation? Well, they worship the wrong God, those fuckers.
I mean...
He's not a beloved figure at that point. Like, he's clearly got racial bias. He's got some sort of bias. He only likes if you like Christ.
This is like a Family Guy spec script, like a bad one.
I'm saying, if you really get down to Santa, like the core of what he is, he's an interesting figure.
Yeah, but it's just like
he has
stuff that you're saying.
He has slaves. He doesn't like brown people. And he's just up there with a woman he trapped hundreds of years ago, and she can't divorce him because then his Santa magic will leave her and she'll instantly die. He's the only thing keeping her alive. She shackled him for life.
No, this is a terrible bit. This is a terrible idea.
If
That's
you
not
divorce
funny.
Santa, you no longer have the Santa power, and you just wither away and die. So he has her held hostage in the North Pole for eternity.
It's terrible. Stop.
Ho, 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 and I'd walk in and I'd have a bag of presents, right? And that would be my shtick, is I'd go, anytime I don't get a laugh, I go, all right, you fuckers, who wants? And then I'd throw some presents to the audience to get the crowd back.
Yeah.
That one didn't go over too good. How about chocolate bars? Chocolate.
And totally ignore the internet. Google Maps will answer that for you pretty easily.
Where to find a big and tall store?
Like,
hey, thanks for calling me from the bottom of the ocean, buddy. That'd be good if I go, what would Santa's like classic catchphrases be?
Santa. It's
hey guys,
terrible.
It's Johnny from Miami. That whole speed thing is pretty funny, but I think you guys are overlooking what could possibly be even much funnier. Is if Speed actually goes to other countries, goes to Russia, does their propaganda, whatever, gets on that train where everyone gets fucked up, blah, blah, blah. But then he starts going to more and more increasingly dangerous places until he gets to North Korea or like
North Korea would love
whatever
him.
The fuck, some African country, and absolutely gets put into some kind of vice grip.
Jail.
You're completely. North Korea had fucking what's his name, Dennis Rodman. They treated him like a king. They loved him.
Yeah, that's true.
He had a great. Any black guy goes to North Korea.
Yeah, he's there to do propaganda for them.
Yeah,
they love it.
They don't want to put him in a prison. They
assault
go,
women.
He's not even there to say America's great because he's a traitor, and you would never say that. You'd go, North Korea's fucking off the chain, yo. Look at all.
Not fake. It's not a fake city.
Y'all got a water park here?
Hey, Dick and Dee.
How do you do a backflip?
About the reboot of the Naked Gun, Leslie Nielsen originally starred in like dramatic roles in the early 50s, and that's what made him so good in like Airplane and The Naked Gun. That he was a dramatic actor, not a comedic actor. He wouldn't try to ham up. He didn't really understand where the punchline should be, so he wasn't trying to play it like a joke. He was playing it dead serious. And in his later years, when he was...
I'm going to kill myself.
Now, wait a minute.
In his later years. Are you just explaining Leslie Nielsen's comedy to
And
us?
the reason why it worked is because...
he was a dramatic actor.
And when did he start doing that?
Probably earlier in life, I guess.
In the 50s.
The 50s.
And what that meant was...
Right. And the later on...
when he was doing these movies...
he didn't exactly know where the punchline was. So
comedic actor, kind of like got a little goofy, and that's what kind of caused some of his later movies to kind of stink. So
actually, that's true.
Really,
when he got goofy,
it got worse.
Yeah, like the Dracula one,
because he was hamming it up too much.
He was hamming it up, and it's like, this is like same old, same old.
Point.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you
got to play it totally straight.
You made a bunch of stupid points, but then you made a good one.
Gun might still be garbage. Not necessarily a bad idea that Liam Neeson is the actor. So, just my thoughts.
Yeah, he's gonna be bad because he's like an action actor, which is just the worst kind of acting.
Well, he's not necessarily an action actor. He kind of got forced down that route for a second.
Oh, okay. So
the Taken movies,
he known for?
What's he known for?
Yeah.
Fucking
what would you say if I walked up to 100
Holocaust.
people and say, what is this guy known for?
Schindler's List.
I don't think they would say that.
I would hope they would say that. Did he win an Oscar for it or something?
I think they would say Taken.
They would probably say Taken, but I would
that
say...
that guy that they're looking at, they would say Taken. Not Schindler's List.
It is pretty funny to think of Oscar Schindler. He's now fighting crime. I like it. Look, the reason I think
and they're
going to
write for
have you seen
that action guy? They're not writing for Oscar Schindler, are they?
I think that look, they had Liam Neeson in Suits in this famous scene, and you should watch it. And he was very funny in that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Obi-Wan Kenobi's drunk uncle. He was.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Right? He was Qui-Gon.
Even Oscar Schindler is not right for the police squad.
Academy, Police Squad.
Yeah,
not Police Academy. What happened to those movies?
He was like really emoting.
All right.
I don't know. It's a bunch of stuff here.
Are any of them about my broken
car?
I'm
an episode behind, but I just heard Dick saying that everybody is dead broke.
Yeah.
And Vito saying that that's retarded. Vito, you're fucking retarded. I make $100,000 a year.
Okay.
And I still can't fucking afford my mortgage, all my bills, and my groceries. I'm living nearly paycheck to paycheck. And it's not because I'm living outside my means. Everything's so fucking expensive that $100,000 doesn't buy shit anymore. You're stupid and you're dumb, and I hate you. I'm sorry, I don't hate you.
If I had $100,000 a year, I think I'd be
fine.
fine.
You, that was retarded.
I don't get it at all.
Stupid thing to say. Everybody is dead fucking broke.
I think
Everyone
you're spending
is
too
broke.
much.
Yeah, you make money making an internet podcast, but not everybody has those opportunities.
Yeah, but I make less than you. It doesn't
even
matter.
Even somebody like me making what I make does not live like they used to. Everything is. I bought eggs and they were $5 for a fucking dozen.
$5.
You're making $100,000 a year.
It's not enough. Can't do it.
Idiot.
What are you talking? That's a lot of money. How are you guys spending this fucking money? Look, I get if you have a mortgage, sure, but I gotta pay rent too.
Not a mortgage though.
I don't get it. If I was
they don't want to live in like a box. They want to like have a house.
That's your fucking choice. But let's be real. You got a house. Congratulations. You got to pay for it. I live in a box. It don't cost that much.
So your philosophy is you're doing better than me, so fuck you.
My philosophy is I don't think everyone is like, well, I mean, now that Trump's taking everybody's money away, yeah, maybe it is going to start to get bad. But for the most part, whatever.
How will you tell? How will you know if something gets bad? If it gets bad?
How will I know if the economy's bad?
Yeah. What would be your? What's like a?
Let me see. So right now the cheesy street chalupas are I think $7.99.
All right, this is from.
Let's go up another $1. We're truly fucked.
Hey, Dick and Vito, thanks for letting us crash your podcast filming. We had a great time. We wanted to send some Polish and Canadian snacks as a thank you.
Yay!
Hope you enjoy. If you're ever in Poland, give us a shout. All the best. Jordan and Natalia. P.S. can confirm Canada is still gay. Those two were here, and we were all drinking all night, and it took like 3 hours before he let it out that he was a
professional
bobsledder
or something.
We're like, what? Where the hell was this?
Like an Olympian almost or some shit.
And was Randy here? Randy was here.
I think so.
And we said, okay, so what do you think
that
about...
was the guys who showed up at your house, and I said, oh, yeah, I forgot that guests are going to be...
Yeah.
So 2 random people just showed up at your house, and you're like, who the fuck are you?
And we both said, okay, have you seen Cool Runnings? And he goes, no, everyone always asks that. I'm like, yeah.
How are you a professional bobsledder
then?
and you've never seen Cool Runnings?
Okay, they sent a bunch of candy. Oh, here.
Last time they came, they gave us treats, too, so I like these two. They can come back anytime. Let's see. Oh, it's all my favorites. I got a Knoppers, one of my favorites. We got some Jezkeys.
Mega Grizecki.
How about a Princessa Intense peanut butter?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a peanut butter boy?
I'll take, yeah, kind of. Let's have the Intense peanut butter.
I'll take a Slilka. This is lum and chocolate. I don't know what lum is. I think it's a plum. I don't know why they took the P off of it. Oh, maybe that is a P and it's under the wrapper. Okay, right. It is a plum and chocolate. I was like, lum and chocolate.
All right.
All right.
And I got these.
More of our guests should bring us gifts, I'm going to say. More gift giving.
This is...
Is it a face rock?
It's unarmed.
Ooh, this is good.
Here, these are yours.
Okay.
It's unarmed forces flip-flops. Be a better human.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Made in Colombia. Why's it got America?
Made in Colombia.
UAF.
And they didn't come with anything, so
we've got it all on UAF.
Thank you.
All right. Upper cotton, outsole rubber. Are these my new shoes?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You got some shoes that you don't have to tie.
They get my size right?
Yeah. 13.
13.
The unattainable size that you can't find anywhere.
I saw a lot of people give me shit about that.
They didn't send any
I
socks
was kind of
for
lying
you,
when I said
bad.
you can't get 13. I was like, I wonder if I can get this past people.
Wow,
these
very
are nice.
Cool. All right.
UAFs. I'll wear these for sure.
These are for better humans?
Yeah, I don't understand what the marketing's about. Are these made like to not have...
Unarmed forces.
Unarmed forces by combat flip-flops.
Combat flip. Is that a real... Is it for veterans or not?
Is this like made by like...
Because I need to know.
To keep Vietnam under control or something?
Do I have to be a support the troops?
I don't know, but they look nice. I like this little... it's got a little eagle in the insole. Very cool. Thank you.
Maybe they're taking it back. All right, that's end of presents.
All right, wait, that's the end of presents?
Yeah.
Our audience is fucking up. More presents, please. That's what I have to say.
Some socks.
I'm getting my plum. Oh, that's good. What else we got? I'm going to eat these.
Coup for 2. Thanks for not killing yourself. Thanks, Coup.
Bro, they got me the Mega Krasinski.
Oh, great.
Hell yeah.
Is there anything hidden in here?
I don't
know. Bussy. Bussy
Let me
pop.
get some Bussy pop.
some boy's asshole
Let me
pop.
get at that Bussy.
That's for you.
Sweet popcorn. Let me get at that bussy.
Oh, sorry. This one's for you.
What is that one?
Fruity Bussy.
Fruity Bussy. I like the Haribo Corporation.
Fruity Bussy.
But they didn't send me the Twin Snakes, though. That's my favorite Haribo snack.
Probably wasn't funny.
It's funny because it's Metal Gear. Whatever. No, I want that one. What is that one? There's a shit ton of chocolate and shit in there.
Jadina.
Let me get a Jadina. It seems like they've got two of these.
Candy.
No, hold on. These are both
candy
different.
Blindness.
Wait, which one's better? Praza Pindekalaku or Nadazwarwadi?
When you feel like a Nadardwadi.
Sometimes you feel like a Nadardwadi.
Strategery for 5. Okay. Everyone get your super chats in and make sure to vote on all the problems. It's biggestproblem.show. Thank you. Stu K for 2.
Thank you.
When life gives you lemons, you eat them. Johnny Rocket for 10. Banned from Indie Poo Poo. The Maniac is now on Fund My Comic. Cheers. Go to Fund My Comic and fund the Maniac. Spelled with the M-A-N-I-A-K.
Maybe I should email that guy from Indiegogo who's desperate to have me and be like, can you guys not ban
Tell him to go
guys?
fuck himself. What's his name?
I don't know, but I specifically answered back. He's like, hey, we'd love you to do another campaign. I'm like, well, you guys are not very transparent about what's going on your platform. Are you being more transparent now? And he's like, yeah, maybe.
You're doing that tip shit, too.
Dude, that tip shit is weird.
Automatically tip us $10.
I think they must be running out of money if they're still fucking around if they're begging people to do new campaigns, like.
Yeah, they sold the idea that independent people can make comics to their investors, and independent people can't make comics. They fuck up.
We're all a bunch of colorful fuck ups.
Kevin Fletcher for 2.
Except for the Maniac, available now on fundmycomic.com.
Beef Air smells so bad after cooking, damn. Cameron for 2. Thoughts on whiskey sour stick. Giving me heartburn.
I agree with that 100%.
Biggest problem, FSU Starbucks customers. LJ Clabarino for 5. The biggest problem is chewing on something and your teeth cut the inside of your mouth. That pisses me off.
Oh, I hate that.
Black Crimson for 5.
You ever bite your tongue while you're sleeping?
Yeah.
I used to wake up and my mouth hurt, and for some reason, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I eventually figured out you're biting your tongue while you sleep, you moron.
How'd you fix that?
I don't know. I think I just sleep at a different angle, maybe.
Black Crimson for 5. Thanks for the Easter eggs, and thanks for not crucifying yourself. Milkor for Milk or Cream for 5. Why does Frog Tony have a smug YOLO t-shirt before you? Vito, where's the low YOLO shirt? Vito, where Ree also love the show, guys. Keep it classy.
Tried to make a shirt, and then I was told the shirt was bad.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't have a shirt.
It did suck.
I'm just going to put one up. Fuck the shirt. Go buy the Vito plush, now available at Killdozer Industries, along with the Black Trucks Me shirt, which people actually have been buying now that it's in black.
Yeah, because it's the only good. It's only good on black.
All right. Felda Bronson for 5. Each pitch from Ito is fluff, a whiff of ambition, then puff. No killer in sight, just bites in the night, and a fridge full of half-eaten stuff. I do have some pizza I'm going to finish tonight. Beach Hook for 5. Even a day early, Masterson can find a way to be late and gay. No, it's my car exploding. That's my fault. Strategy for 5. Imagine a show that starts 2 minutes, hits you with an hour delay. Now that's Chuck Dixon, my ass. Nobody wants that Dixon feeds. Cameron for 2. Apparently tonight at 6 p.m. was a typo. I paid $40 to get an Uber over here for you fuckers. Wings for $2.79. Vito dropped his dogs and must salute Shad King. Failed abortion at 5. At T-5, they delay because Vito just started his day. No pants, no prep, just sweat and regret. Now they are both late and gay. Our relevant poet tonight. Chud Bronson for 2. Got Nightcore Bad Boy on. Man, times were better. I love that Nightcore. Just Royland for 2. R.I.P. Carr. Very appropriate. Eagle for 2, R.I.P. Carr.
Yeah, that's going to be pricey.
Straturgery for 2, Vito was late. Dick started the show in his PJs. I forgot, we still have memberships. I think they're still active, so you guys have access to the R.I.P. Carr emoji.
Oh.
I haven't made any emojis in a while. I need to make some new ones. I feel like there's some new stuff.
Out.
Shut up. Pop quiz for 20, R.I.P. Carr. All right, that'll pay for my Uber. Throbber for 5. Who up throbbing their Robert right now? Clarkson Bar for 15 Australian. Here's some worthless dollary dues towards Vito's Get Home Fund. R.I.P. Carr. I think it's going to cost someone to fix it because I already paid to fix it 2 weeks ago. Weaponized autism for 5. Don't feel bad. I wouldn't let Vito in my truck either. Royce and Bailey for 2. Gingers are the first world anagram of white people. Well, Lucy and the Sturm for 10. Last time 9 people went to Toucan Dash Games to buy a copy of that card game will own Vito. Well, that's great. It's not enough. We need more orders to own Vito. Guys, don't forget Toucan Dash Games is currently selling a cool card game you should check out. OG Lamp for 2. R.I.P. Car. Duff Fan for 5. No more excuses. You got to ride the bike now, Vito. I don't think I could get that bike up this mountain. Have you ever ridden a bike from the bottom of the mountain up to your fucking place?
No.
I wouldn't do that in a million years. That's horrifying.
I don't like riding bikes.
Let's see. Jared for 5. Vito, your head gasket probably blew because you didn't top up the oil regularly. You F slur, R slur. Here's a pity super chat. Learn how cars work. I got an oil change. Whatever. LJ Claparino for 2. How much for Vito to drink 80s milk on stream? I don't think that's happening. Sega Genesis for 5. I'm just glad that my best friend Vito is having a good time. Shaturgery for 5. Veets, get that car Riley drove in Eric July's parking lot. That thing was zooming in and out before the security could use their iPads.
Wow.
You know what problem I should have done? Maybe I'll bring it in next week. Have I done it already?
What?
Not having a car guy.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
I used to have a car guy, and I didn't understand how good I had it.
You should have brought that in. Bring it in next week.
Next week, I'll bring it in. Chud Bronson for 2. Just kicked a weight dancing and lost my toenail. It's because my car broke down on the way over here. I didn't think of it. Beach Hook for 10. R.I.P. car. A while back, my car blew a coolant hose doing a rule trip. Had to use a 2-liter of Faygo to limp it to an AutoZone. God, I hope it's just a hose or something. Tom Tizzle for 50.
You gotta get a new one.
A new car?
Yeah.
Man,
it's done.
Stop. I love my Honda Element.
It's done.
I haven't loved a car like this ever. Tom Tizzle for 50. My buddy still drives a Honda Element as well, and every time we call each other, I go, how's that Element holding up? And he goes, pretty good. I go, yeah, it's a great car. And we talk about how spacious it is and how the floors are plastic, so you can't get anything fucking stuck down there. If you want to, you can just rip the doors open and hose the interior down with no problem.
Voicemail. That's where that call should go.
Element owners we have. My great regret in life is that I don't have the Element with the moon. What do you call it?
Moonroof.
Yeah, moonroof. Because
maybe you could get one now.
Maybe no.
Get an Aztec or something.
No. The Elements are very hard to get now.
Oh.
Because there's a company that sells you can convert your Element into a camper using the moonroof, and then you climb through the moonroof, and there's a sleeping area up there, and I could drive it to Vegas. I wouldn't even have to get a hotel. Anyway,
it has a tent on the roof.
Yeah, it's basically a little compartment for sleeping on top of your Element.
Yeah,
just bolts on top. And I'm like, oh man, that'd be so cool if I was in my Element. I said, hold on, I just want to take a little nap, and I can just.
Where are you going to sleep in Vegas
through the moonroof
with a tent on the moonroof or the sun?
You just park it in like a Walmart parking lot.
Oh come on, Vito!
I've slept in my car in Vegas. I parked outside my buddy's hotel room. Sleep in the car, and then I use his shower in the morning, and then I got to pay for a fucking hotel room. I like sleeping in the Element. It's very comfy sleeping in there. I have an air mattress fits perfectly in the back of that thing. I got little curtains, that I can with suction cups that I can put up so the sun doesn't come in the morning. And I'm just lying there in the back of the Element going, this is the American dream. It just feels, I got all my blankets and my pillows and I'm comfy back there. I'd live in that car, man.
I believe you.
The only reason I don't is that I'm like, I can't have the cats live in the car. They need a house. The house is for the cats. Let's see. Tom Tizzle for 50. Audio went out. There, it's back now. R.I.P. car. Usually can't watch live. Here's some dollars. Give us the booty. Thank you, Tom Tizzle.
Okay,
for saving my car. Camera for 2. This is the greatest bit ever. We want more. Feld Abortion for 5 has another fucking dumb. Do I got to read all these poems? Vito, the Lady of Swines. It's coming for the 90th time. His comics are ghost. He's mostly just toast and shamefully still in his prime. I'm in my prime. I don't think that's true. Balder for 2. Generic hate for Vito. Thank you, Balder. Beach Hook for 2. You Fago Auntie's nuts. Lol, got him. 2BF for 2. Vito's favorite Pokemon is Stinkachu. Wow. Fantastic. Lemon Trashy for 2 says, I said it was episode 131. That's how 50 episodes ago.
Fuck. I knew it was wrong.
Terrible. That's a year. 50 episodes.
131. All right. I don't know why I wrote down I copied and pasted.
Well, it was definitely not episode 31. Jesus. Back to Maniac on Fund My Comic. Maniac spelled with a K. K gone postal for 5. I'm just glad my best friend Dick's having a good time. Teen Shock for 2. R.I.P. Car. Vito. R.I.P. Car. Thanks for the laughs, boys. K gone postal for 5. The dude crying to the other dude is a total British cigarette. Johnny Rocker 5. iDubbbz took his wife's last name. Was raised by a single mom. Yeah, he is.
Was he? Who was he raised by?
He's not a masculine figure, I have to say.
He was raised by 2 trans men.
You know what's weird is I think that guys who are raised by single mothers, they enter this edgy period of like rebellious, like, yeah, now I'm like, on the edge.
Now I'm the man.
Now I'm the man.
I should go fuck my mom.
But then at the end of it, they end up just regressing back into weepy bitches. You see it in iDubbbz, you see it in Null, where they're like, oh, I'm on the edge, I'm making all this stuff or whatever. And then you're like, nah, you're just like a pathetic dork.
It's really pathetic, man, crying about people making fun of your wife.
Yeah, especially when your wife is a very blatant public figure who argues with people on
who's
Twitter
like
all the time.
Yeah. It's even funnier thinking that I contributed to that because his wife was like all butthurt about me calling her fat.
Yeah.
And now I think she probably bitched to him and he was like, well, I don't know what to do about it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you were part of it. You did call her fat. And that was like kind of viral, right?
Yeah. I hurt him.
Yeah, you made him cry.
I feel really great.
Well...
That's awesome.
In a way, you were his dad. Just giving him a little tough love.
No.
Hey, son, your wife's fat.
Sam can do that.
Sam can do that.
I don't want to do that or be that.
Well, I'll tell you this right now from Surgery for 2. 43% of statistics, and this is interesting, Dick. Chuck dicks in my ass. Oh, burned. Chris Cola, professional editor to stars for $20 big on the board. Congratulations on 20K. We have hit 20K, and I figured out I'm retarded. Because remember, I've been complaining about how that website doesn't rank our show and their top whatever shows.
Yeah.
I realized we're ranked on Saturday for some reason. They just stagger it by a day.
Well, probably Eastern time.
Probably Eastern time, yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? We should be in the top 100. And then I check, and it's like, you have been in the top 100 every Saturday
the whole time
for the past year.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, gosh damn it. That would have been good to know.
What place are we?
We're doing pretty good. You want to take a look?
Well, I want you to just tell me.
It depends on the episode. It depends on the number of super chats we
No
get.
way to know then.
I think last one was like 70. We were in like 73 out of 100. It is interesting that the most super chatted channels, like you would think, in America, let's be clear, we're not in the top 100 in like Asia or whatever, because all little anime girls doing whatever. But top 100 in America, you look, and it's like a who's who of like shitbags we know and or are fighting with.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like...
Oh, we should go pick people to fight with.
Yeah, we absolutely should. Go to playboard.co.
What is it called?
Playboard.co.
Playboard.co. All right.
But I look, and it's like, it'll be like Carl's on there, and like Ricado's on there. Here, I'll get us to it.
Daily.
Let's do most super chatted daily. And we're going to go, let's go to last week. So it would be Saturday. And we should see, this is America. Let's see if we're on here. And then we can go up from us. I think we were in the 70s last week.
Huh.
There we are. We're number 86. Chrissy Mayer beat us by 1. Look at that.
Did you see that black guy threatened to kill her?
I did. I think I've seen that. That guy has like 150,000 followers.
What a piece of shit.
He was mad that Chrissy Mayer has that one video where she's like getting on a plane. She goes, there's 2 white pilots, and she gets back to her, and she's like, whew. And you're like, that's a good little joke.
That's why he was mad.
That's why he was.
Because someone joked.
A comedian was mad at the jokes. So yeah, who do we, let's see, Lol Cow Queens beat us? Guys, come on, you got to super chat more. We can't be getting beat by Lol Cow Queens. That's embarrassing.
Who can we pick a fight with?
Who's Jay Dyer? I feel like
Dyer, nah.
Let's see. It's funny that some of the guys, though, I'm like, are in like the top fucking 10 that we know. Like,
go straight to the top. Who's on the top?
I'm going, well, I want to see Vegas Matt. I love Vegas Matt, though.
Who's that?
Curtis King, we're going to kick his
ass.
DIYers?
No.
Lol Cow Rewind. I don't want to fight with Vegas Matt, though. I like
Jelly
Vegas Matt. Lol Cow. There's Doomcock. Usually, like, Tim Pool's on here. I guess a lot of these guys don't have
Dr.
Saturday
Donut.
shows. So you have to go to the Friday. On the Friday, you
All
see
right,
everybody.
that's enough of this.
Look, there's Nerdrotic. We got to beat these. We're doing good, though.
Who cares about that? Read these.
I like the idea that our show is, like, actually weirdly relevant. People don't understand that we're in, like, the top 100 shows every Friday.
Great. Good job.
Fantastic. You guys have made the magic happen. And the more money you donate, the more our ranking goes up. So just think about that.
The more our esteem rises.
Think about how important that is to you, the viewer. And not just to Vito's broken-ass car fund. Let's see. Terminally chill for 5. Do not redeem.
Do not redeem.
Diamond G for 2. Vito crushing on the 17-year-old black boy murderer.
I know. That was fucking weird.
He's got like a Miles Morales kind of feel to him, you know? He's like a Spider-Man.
That's making it even weirder because you said you wanted to fuck that.
Yeah, I want to fuck the girl from Spider-Man, not
But you said
Spider-Man.
when she was trans, you wanted to fuck her. When you thought she was trans.
I'm saying that if Gwen had a tiny little tranny penis, I'd be like, all right, let's have a party. When Miles is drawn in his little notebook, all those like
and you're Kingpin?
Pictures of him. No, I'm not Kingpin. I'm just saying, if she got a vagina, it's fine. If she got a penis, it's fine. Both, both
the
are
primal
fine.
1 for 2. Vito, come out of the closet, my boy. It's okay.
I think
Jeff
I'm
City
well
for 2.
out of the closet at this point.
They should lock up Arcade Machine from Vito. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know, but I agree.
I want to jerk men off for 3. Thanks.
Thank
Pop
you.
Quiz for 2. Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
Blake Burns for 2. I never have related to anything less bad.
Everyone
Vito.
knows what I'm talking
Aquavit
about.
For 2. Yeah, Vito. Hair oil. What do you think sebum is?
Right, but I'm saying I'm trying to wash my hair every day, so I don't have that shit.
I come buckets for 5. Dick 2 months ago. My problem is having long hair because it's hard to wash. Dick today. My problem is washing long hair. Great content, boys.
It is great content.
White 2 for 10. Hey, Dick, what do you think of the new crypto regulations and stablecoin legislation is going through the House and Senate? I haven't looked at it. Strategery for 5. Water, no soggy face. Mud mask, close, but too much water. Face rock. Yes, get a rock hard face like Sandra
You know
Bullock.
what? Face rock is appealing because it's not like a goo. Or like, that cream you got to put on.
It's clean.
The best part of face rock is it comes right off.
All gas, no breakfast for 5.
Instructional video, how to remove your face rock. It's just a woman
Videos.
lying in bed and she just goes,
Put it back in the container.
put it back in the
Put it in the face
to
rock
recharge
stand,
the
sold
ions.
separately.
Can we please have a rechargeable box that is infusing you with power?
All gas, no breakfast for 5. Motorola had attachable devices on phones. It had one that was cool, but the phones died after 2 years, and the devices I'd spent hundreds on.
They
reusing.
were so cool looking though.
Pigeon for 10. If Carl and Vinny have creepos, can we be the biggers?
The biggers. It's not
you
bad.
gotta pick. You gotta be Vito files or
Dickheads. Yeah, but I'm saying the collective sphere of bigger nation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
We got to get those biggers. They're killing it. They're killing it.
I can already see where it's gone wrong.
What's up, Mob? All right, it's too obvious.
Koof for 5. Dick, will Sean be at the Boston show on June 21st? You got to make him come to your last road rage before you become a daddy. I don't know.
Sean's
LJ
working.
Clavarino for 5. Do the new Naked Gun intro where the squad car drives past the Mexican border playing the song Siren.
The Naked Gun song.
Not for $5.
The Police Squad song.
Me 4120 for 5. Vito's Santa Claus lore has me very concerned about writing quality of a certain super killer comic.
Don't worry, he only
You're not wrong.
He only kills Santa Claus in the extended webcomic universe.
Is there a bunch of commentary about race? Like meta commentary?
It's not meta. It's a part of Santa. He doesn't give presents to brown children.
Santa is a mythological character, so any commentary on the specifics of him is necessarily meta because he's an ideologue of like our culture.
You can't talk about Santa without talking about Muslims.
No, that's meta shit. That's why it's
Not
so
meta.
That's why it's so painful. It's just like meta. Like,
when you watch that Coca-Cola commercial and he's smiling, he's handing out Cokes, you ever see a guy in a turban getting a Coke from Santa? No. By design.
it's just filling me with like rage.
Why?
Meta commentary?
How is it meta? It's a legitimate part of
Where
it.
does Gumby go to the bathroom? And how does Pokey even talk?
I'm interested in this.
Meta shit.
Santa's interesting.
But it's like just your experience of Santa Claus that you've created in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting to you.
Start writing a Christmas movie. You want in on that? The problem is that it's about Santa's daughter.
Uh-huh.
Well, I started writing it about as Santa's son, but then I realized it was funnier as Santa's daughter.
Yeah.
But if it's Santa's daughter, I can't call it Son of a Claus or whatever.
Oh, the stupid Vito's project.
Son in Claus. The stinger's not working? But the daughter's funnier.
Son of Claus, that's what you're saying?
Daughter of the Claus or something.
Son of the Claus?
It's about Santa has a rebellious, rock and roll loving daughter who steals the Santa's sleigh to go to New York to see a heavy metal show, and she crashes the sleigh.
Right.
And if we don't fix the sleigh with Christmas magic in time for Christmas, Christmas is canceled. You can't not have the sleigh. Well, then she meets a young man who.
Yeah, we know movies. That's it. I mean, that's the whole movie. It's just like trash.
I think I pitched to
like
Randy.
Awesome
I pitched to Randy. He's like, "So you're just writing Elf?" And I'm like, "Well, it's Elf with a girl."
Yeah.
Everyone likes Elf,
but they don't like you writing Elf.
No, this is good.
Like Elf.
I got some great ideas. Actually, I pitched the whole thing to Tony, and Tony liked it. And Tony hacks movies professionally.
Why would Tony waste his time listening to your movie pitch?
Tony likes my movie pitch. Tony enjoy it. Daughter-in-Claws.
It's like an addiction.
Daughter-in-Claws, does that work?
You can't listen to people pitch you shit. It's such a waste
Probably
of
she's
your
not
time.
an in-laws. It doesn't work. It would have to be someone marrying into the Santa family. Daughter-in-Claws. That's a good pitch, too. It's a great. I got a good framework there. Flutterdashy for 5. Am I allowed to put a hole in the bottom of the Vito plush and film my love? Do whatever feels right, baby. Killdozer Industries. Only half of them are left. 50 are left. Mark Moon for 2. Dick, can you please give Vito a ride home?
Not for $2.
Not for $2, guys. You got to pay for that. Max Tax for 5. I bet Vito doesn't use hair conditioner thinking he's saving money. I mean, what's there to condition? I don't have a lot of hair.
I don't know.
I think you use a lot of conditioner. I used to get conditioner. I'm like, I don't need my hair to be,
I don't know. You need some kind of medical shampoo for your sebum.
Yeah, exactly.
All the way at the top.
Let's see. I need a face rock is what I need. And Pizarre Gaming Guides are 2. Love
Hates
Richard, hate the pig. Thank you.
Here we go.
What's the game with special toys?
Oh, the man who tweets about the boys. What's in the box? You know you want it.
She's rebellious because she thinks that heavy metal
So
and
get on the scale
Christmas
or I
doesn't
smack
mix. But then she meets
It's like
a...
sucking the life out of me hearing about your fucking
She
shitty
learns
Santa.
that even this, hardcore Satanist rocker, even he loves Christmas.
You could ask ChatGPT to come up with a bunch of Christmas movies, and it would come up with all this shit.
But there's an elf who's been forced out of and he's like the villain, is this elf who's been...
Identical to AI.
Forced out of the North Pole.
Okay, so we've got this giant hamburger-looking...
I gotta get on the scale for this garbage. Let's do it.
You're getting on the scale for this. Okay. Have fun.
I gotta know. I wanna know what she's thinking of me. I wanna feel it with every heartbeat.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Why do you even take Ozempic? Are you still?
Yeah.
Why? Why take Ozempic?
It's fun. It's fun.
You're injecting yourself with a unknown chemical that causes problems, and you're not losing any weight.
It goes up and down.
No, it doesn't move at all.
What was it last week?
Last week you were 286.8.
And what am I this week?
286.5.
That's down to me.
It's just why take the Ozempic? Why take Ozempic?
That's just fun to inject yourself with drugs and see what happens.
So you can tell people that you're on Ozempic?
Yeah. I came down a little bit.
No, you didn't.
It was working for a second. Look.
You're out eating the Ozempic.
Yeah, I am. Yesterday I binged. I was like, I don't care. I'm eating like a moron. I ate a pizza yesterday.
Rip-a-verse.
This is
tape.
An official Rip-a-verse
What could be in
merch.
it? What could be inside? It's fragile.
Well, it's too light to be a young Isom statue. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I got a knife.
Here.
Everybody should have a knife on their keychain. Or go to pvk.com and get yourself a delightful blade accessory from our good friends at PVK.
Just stop taking the Ozempic.
No. I have a system, okay?
Yeah, it's eat whenever you're hungry or not hungry.
Yeah, pretty much. I really like food. I really like it.
Then why take the Ozempic?
Oh, this is horrible. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a blood Ruth. All right, no, but this is good because we can compare now. All right, look at this. This is dog shit. This sucks.
That sucks.
This sucks.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not. First
it's
of all,
identical to yours.
This looks like a dominate. This if you had a girl come over and you said, "Here's my bondage doll plush toy," she'd be like, "I'm leaving." That's literally like a BDSM fucking.
Why
doll.
is this her crotch?
Yeah, dude, that looks like a fucking. If you want to put a fleshlight in anything, it's Blood Ruth. What the fuck?
So her hips are sticking out. But she has like little jockey pants.
I'm gonna say this: if a girl comes over and you got the Vito plush on your shelf, she's gonna go, "Oh, that's just a fun, goofy guy." If you have that on your shelf, she's gonna go, "What is this horrific pervert who bought some sort of Japanese sex doll to, I assume, come on?"
Okay, so she's got a weird collar.
Yeah,
and then
it's also over-designed dog shit, man. It's covered in needless details. It's got little 2 C's for boobs because they couldn't put her actual boobs, but they outlined the.
I can't tell if this is her thighs showing or her hips, because her pants seem to go.
Bro, I
below
would be
the waist.
So uncomfortable. I have horrifying things in my apartment that I don't want women to see.
And she's got satyr.
If I had this in my apartment and a girl came over, I would absolutely be like, "Well, I can't leave."
Well,
that
Ripitards
out.
aren't worried about that. She's got like goat legs, like a satyr.
Well, that's the other thing I'm going to say is, let's be clear, the Vito plush is clearly designed to sit comfortably in any position because it's in a seated position. You can put
these are two things for demented perverts, but this one is worse.
That one's absolutely
worse.
worse. Let me see it. Dude, the legs are little tiny goat, and how? You can't even stand it up. Look, falls over, unlike the superior Vito plush toy.
And the hat looks like shit.
Well, the hat, dude, it looks like a doll of a homeless prostitute, okay? Hey, my name's it's a homeless transsexual prostitute named Deshawn. You want me to suck your dick for $5? You want
Is her ass crack sticking out?
Look at my butt. Look, dude, it has a butt crack. Look, her pants are falling down and there's a fucking butt crack. How did you design butt crack doll?
Why are her pants halfway down her groin?
Bro, when you got the proof back and there was her ass hanging down and her ass crack
Move your
hanging
finger.
out.
Just put the butt up.
Look at that.
That is weird. That's weird.
You should have said this doesn't. Why are her arms out like this too?
Her pants are on
Why is she going like that?
Like the Despicable Me guy. Her pants are like tiny like that.
Guys, all I'm gonna say is the comparison. The choice is clear. Delightful little.
Don't buy any of this shit.
Look at this. This is horrible. Made in China. Polyester fiber, and guys, it has to say not for kids. So this is not a 0 to 3 age range. Yeah. This is horrifying. Okay. She looks like a cowboy prostitute with a butt crack. Why did you put a butt crack on it?
Why would anyone make these fucking plushies to
Why
sell
does she
to
have
adult
butt
men?
Pockets? Is that part of the character?
Ass pockets. She's got
she also
pockets
has ass
up her
pockets
ass.
for some reason. Oh, that's over-designed trash, guys. Nice afro on her, though. All right. Well, guys, don't forget, vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. Check out our newest bonus episode at patreon.com/biggestproblem. Join us at Hackamania this May 9th. Use promo code BIGGEST to get, I believe, 20% off your tickets. And
Chris X says, do a puppet show.
Do a puppet show? Are you going to be both?
I'm looking for my wyvern. I got a big lizard over here, lady. Why don't you come over and investigate?
Oh,
Ooh, Daddy.
Oh,
hey, Daddy Vito. What's your name?
No,
you can call me Daddy Vito. You can call me Daddy Vito. Ooh, Daddy Vito. I like that.
You're sullying my delightful toy.
You want to help me find my big lizard, Daddy Vito?
Please.
Wow. Wow. That's what they said on Star Wars. What the fuck? You know.
I'm glad to know your impression of me is so loving.
We can go back to my apartment. There's only room in there for us to get nice and close.
You can help me organize my magic cards. We'll have a great night. Now show me some of that sugar.
I gotta be back before Eric knows I'm gone. He gets spotted. Let me use my period power.
God, this dog shit. Also, why is he shipping in a box? Eric, you're spending too much on shipping. Put it in a bag.
Yeah, that should have been
Put it in a bag.
Polyester
bag.
You stupid idiot, Eric.
Would have saved you a fortune.
You're having so much FUN.
How do you have a whole warehouse? Everyone knows you ship a plush toy. You put it in a bag.
Put it in a bag. Dumb.
I put mine in a bag. Save
Fucking
myself
dumb.
$5 a package.